Hello. Welcome back to Backroom Sessions Presents BACKTALK, the podcast. Dun, dun, dun. I'm here with some special guests. If you don't already knew, the Polar Boys. Introduce yourself, guys.
Hello, somos los niños polares. I'm Andres.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Alex.
Yeah, and I'm Lauren.
And we're going to talk.
And we're going to talk.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. BACKTALK with Backroom Sessions.
Good name.
So we're just going to head right on into it. I have a little segment that I did for our pilot, and I'm going to do with you guys, just so I can break you down in the beginning.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's go.
So I have a little slideshow with some throwbacks from the Polar Boys.
Oh.
It's nothing like the Remy's, because the Remy's had so much content for me to just like bash. Like they had so many bad pictures. I'm so sorry to add the Remy's.
Well, we have horrible photos.
We have
really bad
It was
share.
There was that one Disney one.
It was
We have a whole. Yeah, no. We don't
it was
know about
kind of
that.
hard. You guys, well, on Instagram you deleted a bunch of old. So I'm like, I went on Twitter.
Why do you think we do that? You know,
I went on
for this reason.
I
alone.
was scrolling on Twitter on the media. I'm like, I need to find something. But I found like a couple of old flyers that I thought were interesting that I'm like, it's kind of cool to put in perspective like the shows that were being put together in like 2017 and shit. So,
That'll be interesting for us. I don't think
yeah. Don't look.
Oh,
Okay,
Don't
my
look at-
bad.
Bum, bum, bum.
Wait, it's not working. It's loading.
I saw a little bit of them. I saw a flyer that I hadn't seen in like 5 years.
Which one was it?
It was like there's like a devil on it or something.
The yellow
Okay.
one, yeah.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
don't know what that was from.
It
but
triggered a deep part of my brain.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh my god.
So we have the Sunny Holiday Show, Cannibal Kids, Polar Boys, Top Tier Remy's, and Hometown Losers at fucking Tea and Poets.
A
Amazing.
banger show.
Yeah.
Wait. When this was what year is this?
This
was
is, I think this is
2018, right?
I think this is, yeah, or the end of 2017.
Wow.
I remember we covered Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this the show I got shocked? Right. There was a show. There had to be in this one. We did a holiday show and we were all wearing like Christmas sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what power current was going through my microphone, but I guess I was on a rug and I had like this like type of
Oh,
sweater.
fuck.
So every time I touched my
wool,
mouth
yeah.
on the mic, it would like zap me. And by the end of it, I was like, this show was a mess on our part. I think. You remember like the Can't Take My Eyes Off You cover?
Wait, it was your mic or your guitar?
It was everything. It was
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, because I had to play the chords for that cover and then I fucked it up like completely in the ending. It
Yeah.
was horrible.
I
You could
remembered
have
only
became
the
like
pause.
a superhero if you got like shocked enough. I think that's a cool origin.
Wow, though that's a
This is a crazy lineup. Like
Yeah.
imagine this happening now.
yeah.
That'd be insanity.
They don't make lineups like
Banger.
this
Let's,
anymore.
let's make
man.
it Backroom Sessions.
Revive the Sunny Holiday
Boom,
show.
boom.
Make
At
it
Tea and
happen.
Poets.
That's,
Tea and Poets.
I don't shout out Tea and Poets.
No, you know what? I have to
But-
say, all things considered, Tea and Poets was one of the first venues that like gave us a really sick platform.
I feel like
to,
that's for a lot of people too.
Yeah.
That was my first local show. Was Palmito Blonde at Tea and Poets.
Tea and Poets. So you
Yeah.
know what? Like they were one of the OGs, and for that I'm forever grateful for them. So if you're listening to this, Joaquin, I love you, and keep doing your thing because you
yeah.
you birthed a lot of crazy stuff that came out of.
And they're
Miami.
still doing shit.
Yeah.
They're always doing
We-
shows.
We did a toy drive with him for this show, and we
Yeah.
actually got like a huge, like a box this big, just full of toys. So
Mhm.
it's a huge. It's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, the next one.
Which
This
one
is a
was
sick
this
cover.
I remember that one.
What was this? Oh wait, this was
Satanic Soiree.
this. Okay, so this was there was a hurricane during the show, or it was like the day before, or it was like tropical storm or something. So we had this Halloween. No, it was like it was a Halloween
You
show.
have $2 beers? Huh?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
and I remember.
We dressed up with the Harry Potter vest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
then-
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that show was. I think it was the first time. No, it wasn't the first time we played that song, but it was. We did a really sick cover. Can't Take My Eyes Off You in that show, and there's like videos of that. It's a good
Damn.
time. It makes me sad, you know.
And Folktale San Pedro, damn.
Yeah, sick. That was a sick
Oh, yeah.
lineup.
Cool
Where
poster, too.
is this at?
I'm not sure if it's still alive, but it's the Brooklyn Vintage and Vinyl. It was like this little like radio, like this local radio place, and then they had this big room where it was just like a long hallway. So we played at the end of the hallway, and the rest was just like a crowd. It was like all like there was no stage. So
Yeah.
everyone was like at.
It was just like space.
hmm
Sick. So I have one more flyer. Cinco de Mayo Fiesta.
Oh
This time with mustard service. In
wow!
Austin Hill.
Austin
Hill. I
Hill.
forgot we
No
played a show with
way.
Christian.
It took me a while to realize who that was, but
And also at TM Poets again. Shout out TM Poets.
wow.
Oh yeah.
Again, you really don't see shows like this anymore. You
That's
know?
what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
I saw his lineup. I'm like, this is insanity.
Beluga booking.
That was our bootleg booking agency name, because we thought
That's
like if we
right.
had a name to it, it would make it more
It would
legit.
make it legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we just
It
called it
didn't.
Beluga.
Beluga.
Yeah. Wow. Jesus, dude, I forgot about these.
I don't remember
shows.
anything about this show, to be honest.
Me neither. I
Yeah.
don't remember anything, but I remember all the Team Poet shows were super sick. Wow.
And then I couldn't find any pictures.
Okay.
I found a couple like old pictures like on Twitter.
Okay.
So I thought this one was really funny because I'm like, who thought of this picture? So
Oh
what
my
so I need you to
God.
explain.
Okay.
Cut.
It. So this was coincidentally the same day that we did the Barbados teaser video,
Okay.
and this is like Kendo Homestead land.
Yeah,
right?
I can
You
tell.
could just tell.
I can tell.
So I think it was like Red Nose Day, and honestly, I'm gonna be completely real with you. I saw One Direction do a video
Oh my
doing
god.
the Red Nose
yeah.
Days. So at the time, I was like, "Yo, we gotta do that." Like, it was my idea.
Okay.
I'll take credit for it. Not the best idea, but
Yeah,
it was.
these pants. It's like very Easter vibe. Like,
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, that was
Church.
like our whole brand. We had like the pastel pants,
yeah,
and we thought that was like the coolest shit at the time.
with the little shoe matching shoes.
Yep,
I fuck with it. Okay.
good vibes.
And then
Good vibes. Yeah.
this one, super
Look,
cute.
Look, you know,
Little
sometimes
babies.
look, view your career as like a dartboard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just miss, and this was one of those. You know, we thought it was like, I mean, you know what?
No,
This is like our Jonas
awesome.
Brothers era.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
own it.
Yeah, this is awesome.
I own it.
That shoe was fun.
I just
I
thought
like
you
the
guys
parrot.
look so. You guys like.
Yo. So there's
The
a
teaser?
yeah. There was a story to this too where I don't know where, I think I was in Portland or something, and I was flying back to Miami, and this was the day we were gonna announce the EP. So like we had an idea of doing a video, but I was on the plane, so I couldn't see like what was happening. So I told Alex like just do a video, whatever. So I land and I open Instagram, and there's like a video that's posted, and it was like the worst. It was like, what'd you even edit it on? But it was like this like, so imagine like, it was like a zoom in photo of this parrot here, and then like a balloon and this thing, and it was like, every time it would go to the next shot, it would just, you hear like a really cheesy like camera shot, like, and there's like a photo of like this guy,
It was
and
edited
then it cuts to black, and it's just like Arial fonts, like the Polar Boys EP, June, whatever. It's
It
like,
was edited on Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
given,
man.
to be fair, I was given instructions, and then I was thrown into I was left to fend
Thrown
for
to the
myself.
wolves.
Yeah. And I was like, and we had to post. We had established a time to post. I'm like, we don't have anything.
and then
And then I made that.
we just postponed the whole EP because of that. We're like, we have to do it again, and then we literally postponed it so we can come out with a better rollout.
Yeah, we did.
Story of our lives. So that was a good time.
And it's a picture. It's a nice picture.
It's cute.
Yeah.
So this last one isn't really old. It's from a couple years ago. I just thought it was so fucking funny.
Oh,
This shit is
Hurley?
So fucking funny, Hurley, the boy.
Yeah, it's just me and Hurley
That's,
hanging out, you know.
That's in
Hurley and I.
Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out Chicago.
The guy who produced Nothing Has Changed in those songs produced some songs off of that album. So he just had the vinyl in the guest room.
That's the room where we had two
Yeah.
air mattresses, and that's where we slept for
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
That's where we did like intro, Nothing Has Changed, July. All those songs were done in that little trip.
Oh yeah.
Which one? Oh, sick.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That was that era.
Yep. You're rocking that all jean fit, man.
Yeah, the
Denim on
double
denim, baby.
denim, double
Denim,
denim.
You already know.
My little champion bag there too.
So that was my little slideshow.
Amazing.
That's nice.
I don't know how to
Brought me back.
exit
honestly.
out of here. Okay, so
Those shows, I literally, some of them like completely forgot about.
Okie dokie. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Have you seen Nacho Libre? You know when he's like, let's get into the nitty gritty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay. So you guys have had a lot, I guess, like eras, I guess I'd say. you guys do a lot of creative shit, and like I feel like every time y'all come without something, it's like a whole different vibe, like visually, like you said, like you guys did the whole pastel thing. So what do you think is like your favorite era that you guys have been through, other than the one I feel like you're in now? What would you say?
I love the jumpsuits, man. I still miss them. I liked wearing.
I
the
feel like
yellow
you guys.
jumpsuits.
I feel like no hate to people that do jumpsuit stuff now, but I feel like when I picture like bands in jumpsuits, I think of you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite, to be honest. That's when we put out Intro, Nothing Has Changed, and all those songs. And honestly, I love the aesthetic of that. Just like I think that was like one of the first times we actually did a rebrand with Gabby and Val, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they snapped like completely. Like the design and the aesthetic was just amazing. So I think that was
Smileys.
yeah, the smileys.
I feel like it's super. Yeah, and I feel like it's easy to what you're gonna wear for the show. You guys all.
And then
jumpsuits.
we had like during that time too, it was like we wanted to brand the colors pink and yellow, so everything we did was like pink and yellow. And I was like, yeah, no, that was cool. I liked that one. I did like I thought the honestly, even though it was super short lived because of like the weird circumstance of like I'll get into it later, but like the World Dom era was pretty cool too. I loved like the graphically.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
graphics were like I mean again Val snapped on all of that, and I think every time we try to go into a new era, it's like we just try to one up the time before, and we really try to just experiment as much as possible.
Constantly evolving.
Yeah. We actually had we had to talk about it because we felt like the other day we're like I think we do it too fast, you know. We got to like kind of like stretch it out a little
or
longer.
like live through it a little longer.
Yeah, because like people that find us now are like, or like people that like had like found us in World On, they're like, oh damn, like they're already in this other thing right now. But I guess the way I describe that is like kind of, it's like, you know, I view it as like, you know, when you're in a relationship or something and it's like you try to keep it spicy, you know, and it's like you want to do different things because I feel like all of us get really bored of like the same thing all the time.
But it's still genuine. Like it's still like screams Polar Boys. Like it's not like something like drastically like
we're making like trap, you know.
Yeah, which I mean that could go kind of hard.
Yo, so funny enough, during that time we did intro Nothing Has Changed. We did do one just straight up trap song.
It was trap, and it was like
with the same guy.
It was almost like emo trap.
It's an emo trap,
Yeah.
and we never released it because it was garbage. But like, there's out there like out there exists a Polar Boys trap song.
Yeah,
it's all like.
I'd pay to listen to that.
Huh?
Do you have it?
Like
I
on
don't
you?
know.
I think I do, but I'm gonna say I don't, just so I don't have to show it. But no, yeah, it exists. It was really bad.
Well, we've experimented with music a lot.
Yeah. We just tried. We at that time I was like really into
Try
like,
everything.
I mean like I was really into Denzel. I was really into like Tyler. I was really into like X and all this stuff. And I was like, I really want to make a song like this. Like, so I remember I went over to the house and we just like made a beat, and then we had one of our friends, Jody, feature on it, like doing some like Frank Ocean R&B shit on it, and then it was just like straight.
with that.
Yeah, he was the highlight of that song.
He carried that song. His verse was incredible.
But yeah. So.
Then what about a folk album?
Ooh,
Me and
Alex
Andres have been
constantly
talking
talk
about
about
one
that.
day we're gonna have like a log cabin somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and we're just gonna sit with like acoustic guitars, and we're gonna write a folk album. That's gonna
Banjo,
happen.
please, electric banjo.
I want to learn how to play the
Honestly?
banjo, honestly, because I think like the banjo is so underrated.
Have you seen the dude from Show Me the Body? Do you know that band? Okay, well,
think so.
you guys should totally shout out Show Me the Body. I love you. I know you're not listening, but I love you. But he plays like they're like a metal band from like Brooklyn, and
Nice.
he like plays an electric banjo.
That's badass, honestly.
Yeah, he's sick. He's like all tatted. He's like bald. He's so
That's cool.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, we love. I think Andres and I have talked about. We have a soft spot for folk music. So.
folk rock, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like very like Greta Van Fleet.
no.
More
Oh,
like
That would be more.
He's like, no,
more like
please."
Neil Young.
I guess call
Oh,
back to
okay.
what we were talking about earlier, Summer Breeze, like that type of vibe.
Yeah.
That
Or
like.
Eagles, like folk
Oh,
rock. Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, Eagles are a good example.
What about like Bob Dylan?
Oh, I love Bob Dylan.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe one day. We still have a lot of genres to get to first.
I know, yeah,
I'm
I
like
feel
John
going for, like,
Denver. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have we have the trap album and we have the folk album.
Yeah,
We have a
folk.
whole lineup.
And then like screamo, like
Screamo, yeah.
that would go hard.
I feel like not this song, but the song that we were just working on like a week ago is pretty emo. I feel like
a little
like,
harsher.
It's a little more of like it's the most like, emo song we have, and it's
Okay.
like so that's expect that I guess. I don't know.
Possible single, possible album.
Possible single. Yeah.
Single. I think
Probable single.
I will say I think with albums, World Dom wasn't an album. We called it like a long mixtape, honestly. But I think just doing that showed us like that I really want to take a lot of time before we really focus on album. I think right now the best way forward is just like singles because like we can really like I feel like with the resource and time that we have right now, it's like easier to focus one thing at a time. But in a whole album, I really want to make sure that it's like there's like it took us like 3 months to finish a song that's coming out right now. Yeah. And imagine an album. It's like like the World Dawn was like recorded in like a week.
It's really hard to make an album nowadays, especially for like
especially something that's
artist.
cohesive that like all like is like similar. Like I was talking to Louis before. Sorry to cut you off, by the way, but I'm like how you guys like released like Black Dog and like I'm forgetting the other one. Like you guys released like
I think it was Black Dog, Let Go, and then Obvious.
Yeah, like I like how those were like each had its own like vibe, but it was like released like similar time, but it wasn't like an EP or anything. It was all singles, but it was all like like the music video I think for Black Dog, that one was so sick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that one.
That was
Thank
like
you.
super improvised. We got like 2 LED lights.
That's what I love about it. Like I can tell, but like also like I fucking like I like that it's just like
raw, genuine
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't even remember how we came up with that idea. It's like in my backyard on it, like the tree that I just have in my backyard. And
His tree's like a creepy looking tree. It's like a
Mhm.
big, just like all these branches, and it's like long, and I don't know. It was cool. It looked like a spooky tree. So we just set up LEDs last minute. I think the original idea for Black Dog, we just didn't have the budget at the time to do it. We wanted to make it like some sort of like ET thing with his dog, or like like his dog lands in like somewhere, and then like we basically the whole video was like to like build a rocket ship to send his dog back to like space, but like we couldn't do it
It
because
was
like
a little high budget for us.
high budget.
Yeah.
Fuck ET though. I hate ET. I'm so sorry. This is an ET hating podcast.
wait, why do you hate
man.
ET?
I have an irrational fear. Everyone out there listening knows I've had a fear of ET since I was little, and I just hate him. If ET was real, I would like beat I would beat the fuck out of him with my bare hands. Like I would. You're hearing this live right now. I would beat the fuck out of ET. Like I got the steel toes on, and I would kill him.
Curb stop him.
Yeah, I hate ET. He's just like not cute. He's ugly. He's annoying. And
So I'm assuming you don't go on the ET ride. And
I did once.
Were you scared?
Yo, the ET
I hated
ride?
it.
No,
It was traumatizing. What's up with all these motherfuckers? They look scary.
Yeah, because you go to the planet, you see like
Yeah,
his,
and you see like all the other ones.
I don't give a shit about little aliens. I just love the line. Like when you
I was
smell
gonna
the
say
forest,
that, and you're in the forest. That's
it smells
sick.
so good.
I was like walking around, like you know what? This is cool.
They sell a candle. It's apparently the smell of the ET.
They do
ride.
that like with Disney too. I have one that smells like the Haunted Mansion.
What? What does that smell like? Like
It smells like
old
dust and like formaldehyde and shit. But yeah, it's pretty sick.
Is it like purposely supposed to be like weird, like the candle?
Yeah, like they have one for like the water for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my god, yeah. I forgot what that smelled like, but it smelled like.
It smells like just chemicals, but has a specific smell.
Dude, I don't know. Just hear me out. Whoever's gone to Universal, I've said this to these guys, bro. Tell me the water
You can bring a
and the
Popeye.
Popeyes and like the Dudley
Yes.
Do Ride does not smell like belly button, dude. That shit smells like belly
It
button.
smells really bad.
It smells like when you know
Belly
when you
button.
know like when you're a kid and you like put your finger in the belly button and you smell your finger. Like that's exactly what it smells like. It smells like musty belly button, dude.
I feel like after like I get off that ride, I just feel
nasty.
like gross.
No, it's disgusting. Yeah, no,
I feel like it's made of sweat. Like it's just half water, half like sweat.
they don't
water.
clean that. There's
Yeah,
no purifier. It just gets.
I don't think
circled back
Universal
up.
on the same tip as Disney. Disney, I feel like they.
They have their shit together.
Yeah,
For sure.
I love Universal though.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
Alrighty, so I feel like you guys, if you don't already know, you're pretty fucking successful. When was the shut the fuck up? When was
Thank
the
you.
moment that you guys like sat and you're like, damn, we kind of like, we made it out the hood. Like we made it out like South Florida.
You know what? Honestly, I didn't really think that until people started telling us that. Like I feel like it was like
Yeah.
I never like you're so caught up in the little bubble that you're in that you don't realize it until like people like I remember what was it at a show we played in the ground and like one of the openers was just like, so like yeah man, like when we talk about you guys, like you guys are one of the bands of like you guys are out of the local scene already, and it's like what like
because we don't even see it like that.
Yeah.
no, not at all. Maybe it's because we just like we used to live like we lived in the same area our whole life, so it's like I don't know, like I feel like that was one of the moments. I feel like definitely like playing out of state when you
for sure, like on tour, like people like
Yeah.
like in fucking New Jersey, like knowing all the words to your songs. I feel like that's like
There was
That's
do you
crazy.
remember
LA.
one time, dude? We were in Gov Ball, and you and I were just there, and like
Yeah.
someone was like, we're like asking like, oh, does anyone like? We're in the middle of a Tyler the Creator crowd in Gov Ball, New York, and we're just like talking to someone. And we're like, oh, do you know? And they're like, oh my god, are you guys the Polar Boys? And we're just like,
What?
and like
Yeah,
I guess like
for
no
real.
one around us knew that, but like I guess when someone like said something, everyone looked back, and we're just like, yo, what the fuck? like what? So like moments like those, yeah, it was kind of like weird. LA, when we played LA, the amount of people coming out was like crazy. I remember like we had Miami and LA on sale at the same time. LA was like beating Miami out in ticket
Mhm.
sales, and I was like, what the fuck?
that's
like
crazy.
like across the United States, and you have the city like that's like pulling weight. And just stuff like moments like those. But I still think, all things considered, we're still baby as fuck. We're still baby as fuck. Like we like I mean straight up.
I get it.
Like-
Actually, I'm trying to pull up a screenshot. I'm not just on my phone, guys. I was on Spotify, and I saw you guys on. Oh my, where is it? This is really awkward.
I'm not satisfied yet. I'm not. I'll be satisfied when we're like packing out like theaters or like arenas or something. Until
Yeah.
then, it's like we're nobody. We can't
Well, I
can't
think
say
it's
shit.
about being able to live off of it. I think would be the goal.
Yeah, we're like there, but like
Not
But, like-
quite. Not really.
we're like, you know what,
Yeah.
man? I would say like we're at the cusp of that. We're like super close to that. And I think once we're able to like fully finance everything we do in our lives, I can go like rent a jet ski out for a day on like the band fund card. Then like that's when I
The
know I'm like,
band
all right, like
I would like to just pay rent and have food. I think that's my goal.
Just
It pays
live
Off
a
the band.
stable
Solely the band.
financial life.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found it. I was at my job. Shout out Spanish Marie. And I was on like the phone that we play the music on, and I
Mhm.
was looking at your top mixes, like the top mixes for like the account, and the 2010s one was this picture,
whoa.
Oh,
What the
whoa.
fuck?
and I was like,
That's crazy.
what?
Are we officially
It's
a
a
2010s
picture.
band now?
It's a, yeah, that's kind
We're
of
at
sick.
2010s, man. Yeah.
To all the viewers, it's a picture of the Polar
The
Boys.
three of us.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's-
thought that was sick. I'm like, I told my manager, I'm like, I know these guys. I'm interviewing them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was yeah, just the whole thing is it's been weird. I feel like I feel like in this weird purgatory state with the band right now. We're like I know I'm aware that like locally we have some sort of weight,
Yeah.
but it still feels like once
There's so much
there's
to
still
do.
so much to do, so
yeah.
much to grow.
But that's
and-
so like exciting though. Like
Yeah.
you know that like you have that potential to like do that.
Mhm,
So this is like where the fun begins.
I-
Like
mhm.
fun and also like a lot of fucking work. But like you guys are
This is the hardest time ever.
Yeah.
This is harder than this time that we're in right now is harder than when you start the band, when you're in the beginning stages. Like, cause right now it's like do or die. It's like if you don't capitalize on this, like at the level we're at
yeah,
right now,
like you
it's
said, you're in
that's it.
purgatory. You're like in
Yeah.
between. You're in between.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note, let's have some nerd talk because I just like to talk about nerdy shit.
Let's do it.
So, I asked the Roomies in our last in our pilot episode what their comfort movie was, and I'm very interested to see what y'all's comfort movie is. If
We're
you're
gonna have the same one.
I don't know. Are we? Is it
I
the
don't
same
know.
thing?
I mean, I would just go first. I like Back to the Future.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris said the same thing
Really?
from the
Oh.
Roomies. Yeah, he said Back to the Future. Which
Oh, man
all of
culture.
them, or the first one, or the
First one. for
Strictly
sure.
the first one.
Yeah. I like the
Okay,
first one.
I like the second one. I like the
second
first
one's good.
one.
The second one's good too. I feel like they progressively get a little worse, but then
Yeah,
the third
the
one for
third
some
one
reason
is-
just like
It's just
what happened?
Yeah.
Why? But I really love the first one. I feel like I can watch it anytime and never really get tired of it. I don't know. It just makes me feel like a kid every time I watch it. To be completely honest.
dude. I love Goblet of Fire. Harry Potter Goblet of Fire. That's like one of my
Okay,
favorite
that's
movies.
that's a solid choice.
It brings me back to like Christmas. You remember when we had like
Yeah.
the Harry Potter marathons?
And fucking Robert Pattinson's in
Yeah.
it.
I love that movie, dude. Oh my god, that movie like it's like what I don't know how to explain it. Every time I watch it, I'm like, I feel like immersed in that movie. I'm like, I am a Hogwarts.
Are you a big Harry Potter fan?
Yeah, I would say I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Not a J.K. Rowling fan, but I'm a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, fuck J.K. Rowling.
Straight up.
Sorry.
You know what's crazy is like I've heard a bunch of talk about what she was doing, and then I went on her Twitter page, and like literally that's all she fucking talks about.
It's actually like that's why no one's like saying shit because it's true. She's actually a terrible person.
Yeah, no, it's super fucked. So it's like a weird relationship I have with Harry Potter, but at the same time, like the movies, you know, I think the movies are its own thing, and like
exactly, it's its own entity. Yeah.
Goblet of Fire, and also just like growing up with those movies too. I feel like my sisters are a lot older than me, so like that was like one of the things we kind of had in common, whereas like we would watch the movies together.
And they would play like on ABC Family. They would play all of them
Mm-hmm.
like within the span of like 2 days. It was crazy.
I love the cast, dude. The cast is so great.
Hell yeah! Shout out! I just shout everything out. If you guys didn't already know, shout out
Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint,
keep going.
Emma Watson, Robert Pattinson. I love Robert Pattinson.
R.I.P. Snape. What's his name?
Alan Rickman.
Mm-hmm. Also R.I.P. Ray Liotta. Yeah, big R.I.P. to Ray Liotta, the king. We miss you. We love you. But yeah. Anyways.
I mean, Harry Potter's a really good choice, honestly. I think that Christmas feel, especially for the first two.
Yeah.
It feels like the coziest.
And when they have the ball,
like
when everyone's dressed up.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, and then 80s movies wise, probably like Ferris Bueller. I love that movie.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
These are all solid choices.
Yeah.
I said Beetlejuice last episode, but I feel like it's either Beetlejuice or The Shining. I feel like I could watch The Shining at any time.
I've never seen The Shining, honestly. I actually, you can talk.
It's
to
okay. I feel like that's a lot of people like haven't, because I feel like it starts off very slow, and it's a long movie, but like it's really good.
I just don't watch I don't watch as much movies as I should. I feel like I have like a short attention span, even for movies. So I'm like, I watch a movie for like 30 minutes and like fall asleep or something.
It's okay. I have like a list because like my boyfriend is the same way. Shout out Anthony. He doesn't watch movies at all, so I have a list on my phone of like 30 movies that he's never seen. He's never seen Borat. How have you not seen Borat? I feel like that movie's like.
I think he's gonna love that movie the second you get.
I know we just watched Nacho Libre, and Sorry to Bother You. Do you know that movie?
I don't think I've heard.
Yeah, Nacho Libre with Jack Black.
Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you.
Oh, never. I don't know that movie.
It's really weird, but it's really good. Like it's really fucking weird.
Like what weird? Like scary weird or?
The pacing is really weird. The ending. AJ, have you seen it? Sorry, AJ's. I just startled them. With Lakeith Stanfield with like the horses in the end. Yeah, it's really weird, but it's really good. Also, Glenn from The Walking Dead's in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sick. I'll definitely check that out.
Hell yeah. Anyways, I have some more nerdy topics. Oh yeah, weird movies.
We were foreign. I don't know about foreign. We were talking about. I mean, this one isn't like
The Room.
This isn't.
I don't know.
Yes.
This movie isn't like exactly like cultish. It's like pretty popular. But we were talking about Midsommar like yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Great movie. I mean, Ari Aster. What is it? Ari Aster. Yeah. He's like killing it.
His brain is like
Yeah.
is insane.
He's the next big thing, I think. Yeah.
Wait, have you guys have seen Midsommar, right?
Yes.
I
Spoiler talk.
always spoilers. So everyone turn off your headphones if you don't want to hear the spoilers.
No,
of the
no,
ending.
keep them
bro,
on.
it's
This
been
is
like
what you
4
get.
years.
This is your
It's been a while.
punishment.
It's been a
I
while.
don't feel
to be fair.
bad.
So
Yeah.
my movie theater experience for that movie made me feel so uncomfortable because you guys know in the ending where they're doing that like that ritual, everyone's just like banging and just
Oh,
moaning really
yeah.
loud. Like everyone in my theater was just like.
Were you watched that
laughing
in the theater?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah,
What?
and the part that made me feel so uncomfortable is that I wasn't laughing, but everyone in my theater was like dying of laughter just in that scene, and because they felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But like I'm just sitting there like hearing like everyone just moaning on screen and just everyone laughing in the theater. I'm just like, bro, I feel like this is the vibe they were trying to create. I feel so uncomfortable right
Yeah.
now, and honestly, like I think
I
about
feel
it
like
now.
laughing makes it better. I feel like
For me, it didn't.
I
It
don't
just
think
made it weirder.
that would be my immediate like. I would just be silent, just like waiting for it to end. I don't think I would be laughing.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly how I was reacting. I was just like sitting there silently, like everyone's just.
It's like when you're watching like a movie with your parents and like a sex scene comes on, you're just like,
Yeah.
Or you make a comment like, "Oh my god," like awkward.
Yeah, but
You just like fast forward it when I was a kid.
yeah, that made my theater experience like 10 times more uncomfortable. Just
How-
hearing everyone laughing hysterically.
How was
at
the part when the cliff part?
Oh my god.
Oh, everyone was
really
gasping
good.
like,
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like everyone just whispering. It was like that scene was. I think
And
that's
they
my
show
favorite
they
scene.
show everything.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
That reminds me of Hereditary. When I saw Hereditary, do you guys remember the scene? Spoiler again.
the
in the
the
corner.
window.
The wide shot, and then it's
Oh
like
yeah.
the corner
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the,
yeah,
of the bedroom.
yeah.
It's like near the end of the movie.
Oh my god.
I watched it in
Oh.
theaters on opening weekend, and like the slow amount of like gas
Mhm.
that filled the theater, and everyone was just like,
That's when she
everyone
just like,
realizing, and I heard the sounds, and that it was such a crazy surreal movie experience. And I'm like, what? Why is everyone? And then I like noticed in
Yeah.
that moment.
dude, you actually just gave me goosebumps thinking about
yeah,
that.
that
scene.
was one of my
Fuck.
favorite like just
She like
experiences.
crawls
in the
through like
movies.
the ceiling out, right?
Yeah, she's in the. It's one of those scenes where she's
Oh my
like
God.
in the darkness of.
And you
the-
can't really tell, yeah, but then
Yeah.
you, yeah.
So good.
Really good movie.
She's an amazing actress. I don't
Oof.
remember her name,
Yeah.
but she's like in a lot of shit
Um,
lately. She's insane. I don't remember her name.
Oh yeah, I'm bothered. I can't remember either. But
I don't remember.
yeah, she's
No, from Hereditary, the
Hereditary.
mom that goes crazy. I don't remember, but she's a crazy actor. Yeah,
I like the scene when the
Actress.
kid's just bashing his head on the desk like.
yeah.
It's like yo.
Dude, Naked Brothers band.
Yeah.
Hell
You know what's
yeah.
funny? Naked Brothers Band. I remember someone brought a movie and like her teacher didn't allow us to watch it because it had naked in it, like the
Oh.
title. She's like, nah, I'm not letting you guys watch that. We just didn't watch it, but someone brought. Yeah, there's like 2 girls brought this movie. In.
Aw,
Naked Brothers Band movie.
yeah.
a good one.
Crazy Car.
Crazy Car.
That was a song from the
Oh,
show.
from the-
Yeah.
okay, nice.
You guys should cover it. That would go crazy, honestly.
Naked Brothers Band cover.
What about music
Coming.
Like
Huh?
crazy music videos.
Yeah, music videos.
I feel like people like lately. I feel like music videos are like.
Dude, this is America. I know it's like a. I'm
the
not sure if that's like a
decline.
basic one or something, but like
No,
that.
that one was that.
that
I
one's
think that was
crazy.
like one of like the most recent like other than like the shit that Lil Nas has been doing like.
Oh, Lil Nas is so fire.
Yeah,
His videos
dude,
are like
his creative team is like insane.
the best probably.
We know what's a band that did the one in Zero Gravity? You know, we saw it like multiple times.
Dude, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
We saw one that we can't even shout out the band, so it's.
Damn.
But it's like a one that was in Zero Gravity. They shot it on one of those like jets that go like super high. And that same band does, I think, like a bunch of cool stuff. I'm so disappointed. I can't remember. the
I
name.
know.
The
I know.
one
I
that-
know
They
the
do
band.
one that the whole music video is shot in 3 seconds, but it's like slow mo of a bunch of things going on.
What?
Yeah, they do a lot of cool stuff. So someone out there is gonna remember the name, and that's the band I recommend for.
Comment down below if you know.
Yeah, that's they're doing really cool
Is
stuff.
that the same band that did the treadmill thing?
The treadmill thing.
Was it?
Is this
What
wait?
band?
Is do they have is the
I think
is
so.
the singer a woman?
No, no.
Never
No,
mind, I'm
before
thinking-
it's
Dudes.
I'm thinking of
That did, like,
The treadmills.
They
Yeah.
did a video of like them on the treadmill.
Oh.
I think it maybe it, but I can't tell you for sure.
I want to
honestly.
say it's the same band, but I'm not entirely sure. But I think it might be the same band.
Jamie,
Yeah.
look that up, or AJ.
AJ
AJ's our Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. But yeah, that band is doing really really cool stuff, like really
Mhm.
original things. Yeah.
Okay, go.
Okay, go. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sick.
Shout out. Okay, go. So, I have an interesting question. I hope it's interesting. So, theoretically, if there were to be a Polar Boys biopic, who would play each of you, or who would you want to be cast? Who would you want them to cast?
I
as
want
At
you
current
guys?
time, like right now.
Right
like-
now. Yeah.
I want Michael Cera to play me.
Yo. Honestly, I think that would
Yeah.
be perfect. Yeah, I think Michael Cera for
Just wanna
Alex.
just knock that out of the park.
I'd probably say Johnny Depp. I get too many comparisons.
Yo, hold up. It's like you have like a 50-year-old man, 60-year-old
Yeah.
man playing. you,
I'd
dude.
say-
We'll get Johnny Depp from like
Well,
the 80s. or
I
We
say
something.
the
want it to be
the
absurd.
dude from Victorious.
Oh,
Evan
sh-
Jo-
Evan,
Jo-
Evan,
Evan
Jogi.
Jogi.
Yeah.
I don't know what he looks like, but I'll take you guys on
Yeah.
that. I trust you guys.
You guys look pretty similar. I feel like yeah.
Actually, or maybe I would go Daniel Radcliffe.
For me, it'd
For
be
you?
like
Johnny
Tom
Depp,
Holland. I'm kidding. Probably
Brad Pitt.
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller.
Wait,
What about like Thomas Brody Sangster? You know who that is?
Who is that? I
No.
don't know who that is.
He's an actor. That maybe like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just choose Tom Holland
I
for
like
the
Brad
culture.
yeah, we're gonna go with Brad Pitt for you.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
It's a weird
Just like super random.
Brad Pitt. You pick
Johnny
Johnny
Depp
Johnny Depp.
and Michael Cera. That'd be like the
Imagine them like
Yeah.
playing like fucking like as a band.
yo.
said Daniel Radcliffe, which makes the most sense. You're literally like, by the way, all of you almost look like Harry Potter eras. You look like in the last movie, Deathly Hallows. You look like Goblet of Fire. You, Swiss Army Knife Man.
Swiss Army Man, yeah. Good movie.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah, so we just get Daniel Radcliffe and like triple him, and he'd be like all three of us.
That's our final
We can-
answer. Daniel Radcliffe, but like doubling him on
But
screen.
like everyone's in it. Like you know how they do now, like Star Wars, they're making like Mark Hamill look younger.
Yeah,
They could just do that with
Daniel Radcliffe
Daniel
3
Radcliffe.
times.
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
CGI his face to kind of like warp it a little bit for each of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'd be honored if Daniel Radcliffe played me. I would totally give him that role. I'd be like, bro, do your thing, man.
We need Daniel. We need Daniel on the pod. Daniel, where are you? What is he? He's still acting and doing stuff, right?
Dude, he's doing
Doing great.
He's doing like crazy shit, right?
I saw a trailer. The new
Oh, he's
movie
doing
crazy. Well, no, not crazy.
Weird Al.
Weird Al, yeah.
Weird Al
Yeah.
Yankovic. That's when I first saw that casting, I was like,
You know who? No,
interesting.
you know who I would do to play me in a biopic? I would choose Mark Rebelit to play me.
Yes, I love
He
him.
could
Wait,
sing. He could
who
play
is that?
music. The guy's like
DJ guy, right?
the guy's on YouTube.
Yes, the guy who's like he's always like on like doing the
shirtless and like
piano.
underwear, and he's like
Oh, the one's like
He like
he's, singing to the mic
freestyles.
and like in his
Just-
underwear and stuff.
Yeah.
Mark Rebelit. Yeah, he's a great dude. I love him. I love him so much. He like during the pandemic, I just got recommended a bunch of his videos. And like, bro, oh my god, dude, I was.
He went on
dying to
tour.
watch
Like
it.
he did that shit live, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think they had him on 3 points.
No, stop.
They
When?
did the
When?
last one.
He has a commercial with like a huge company.
He
like,
was at
YouTube.
3
Oh,
points.
what?
Yeah.
Which day?
I think like day 2.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck,
You snooze, you lose, man.
dude? Damn. I miss Kate Trinata and then
What?
him. Fuck.
No, I don't think so. Wait, are you asking if we played at 3 points? No, we want to. That'd be amazing, but we haven't. We haven't had the privilege.
You didn't play like ever?
No,
Oh.
we want to though. So if you're listening, 3 points.
3 points.
this year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything about it.
You just said it there.
That's a spoiler, man.
Damn. You heard it here first.
I'm
I don't know.
manifesting. No, I'm kidding. No, but yeah. Something. You know, I don't know.
Okay, so let's talk about aliens. So
Okay.
I'm gonna share a YouTube video. So recently, Congress or one of the congressmen showed like publicly like a video of like a UFO that they cannot like explain. So I thought that was kind of cool. Also, like aliens. Louis
I'm good,
asking
thank
if
you.
we need another.
Thank you, man.
So yeah, I just think aliens are fucking sick, and it's crazy that they're now like talking about it publicly, like in the government, which is pretty epic.
Y'all gotta get Tom DeLonge on this podcast,
Dude, yes. I'm a big Blink fan, and I love Tom DeLonge, and he's a fucking king.
I feel like if I ever met Blink-182, bro, I'd definitely cry a little bit.
Starstruck.
Yeah, I had a moment in my high school that's all like I listened to was Blink-182, and like, dude,
I almost got like a Blink-182 tattoo. Thank God I didn't.
You should.
I was no,
Uh,
but I was gonna get
Smiley
like
Smiley?
no, the nurse from Enema of the State. She has a giant butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna get like the same one. No, that's so bad.
Wait,
She has
what?
like a giant like
Blue,
blue
yeah.
butterfly.
That's like a really like 90s 2000s like
yeah. But I mean, what I have isn't any better, so maybe one day I'll get it.
Exit the ad.
The ad?
Was that an ad?
No.
it's like a NBC.
No, it's just a.
Oh yeah, no.
So yeah, I don't know if we'll have sound, but it's gonna show the video. So yeah. So this is one of the videos of
Yeah, the triangle.
yeah. Oh, what the? This is dead air. Blah blah. Triangles in the sky. Pentagon. Blah blah. Blah. Okay, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm trying to go. Oh, this is the video. So they're gonna show one. Yeah, there it is. This is from like a government aircraft, and there's like a silver like spherical thing that like goes really fast.
Alex
They're,
is
like,
eating this up right
unexplained.
now. I know you're about to. You're just like prepared
Prepared for what?
for
Yeah.
a scientific
No,
thesis.
no.
Yeah, blah blah. They're like, they don't have explanation. No collisions. But yeah, I thought that was kind of epic.
Show again. Show the.
I think they're gonna show it again. No, just some.
Just have it like put it on the UFO and just leave it like paused. We could just like look at it. analyze it. Whoa.
So yeah. The Pentagon.
It looks like a balloon.
Looks Photoshop.
So yeah. Like remember I think it was Tom DeLonge that when they like released all of those like documents about like
Yeah, I
the
told you.
UFO shit. I thought that was so sick that motherfucker from Blink-182 would push you guys to fucking release shit.
Yeah, did you ever hear him on the Joe Rogan podcast? Did you ever watch that?
Of Tom DeLonge?
Yeah.
No, I watched the ones of the guys that like the guy that got abducted by the aliens and they made the movie about him, Fire in the Sky.
Never heard of it, no.
Yeah, he got like in like the I don't know if it's the 50s or the 60s, he got abducted and he remembered like being in the ship and like the aliens like trying to like probe him and shit and then he like he was like fighting them off and then he like escaped and then like they
Was this guy on drugs?
No, I mean, no, they were out in the middle of the forest cuz I think they were like lumber people.
That's the one with the tree, right? You told me.
Yes, the one we
Yes,
talked about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a crazy acid trip.
So like they saw he was like out with the boys and they were like cutting down lumber and shit and they see like this glowing thing come down and they're on the truck and then the guy that got abducted he went to go see what was going on and they're all like get back in the truck and then
I'm like, get back in the truck.
and then he disappears and then all the guys are like well fuck he's gone what are we gonna do
I hate when that happens.
so then don't you hate when that
Yeah.
happens when your boy gets abducted.
Yeah.
So yeah, they made a movie about it, and the scene in that movie is actually really fucking creepy. Like the
I've heard
scene,
that movie's pretty creepy. Right?
yeah, it's really good, and that scene is really how they make the aliens look is really creepy.
Are
And
they
it's,
like
gross.
humanoids or they're like weird like tentacle?
No, they're kind of
things?
like like the typical alien, but like they also have him like in the Matrix when he's in like that sack, like that skin sack, and he's like trying to like escape.
Mm-hmm.
That's like kind of what he's stuck in that too, and he has to like rip out of it and shit. And
Holy moly.
yeah, and I believe it. Fuck it, why not?
Oh, you're looking at me.
Yeah,
It's your time.
like,
No,
I'm not-
I hate to be that guy though. I'm gonna be like, oh, well, actually, and then,
Apparently,
yeah. No, I mean, I think it's interesting to think about like what do we not understand, and like
Yeah.
it really like, because if it were aliens, if it was like another species or something, for them to be like observing us in like these little like capsules in the sky,
yeah,
and it would take for them to be like gods, like it's like they're like in a like fourth dimensional or something, because it's like if they're anything like us, then it wouldn't make sense for them to be able to travel to us because of how ridiculous like the distances
Yeah.
in space are, unless they can like travel faster than light or do something that's just like completely incomprehensible to us. So if that is happening, if it is other species, or maybe it's like maybe the other explanation is it's like some tech that we don't know about, some tech
Yeah.
from some government agency. But it's definitely fun to think about. Have you guys seen Unresolved Mysteries, like the new version of it?
I haven't seen the new one now.
But the old one,
I saw some. Some of the old ones.
on Unresolved Mysteries, the new season, they do a little episode on aliens. That was pretty fun. Yeah, it was cool.
Cool.
You should put
I recommend it.
your mouth to the mic a little bit more.
Like this,
Yeah, just like
just
the
like
mic.
this.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Okay.
Has anyone seen the X-Files, like the show?
No, but I've heard the name before.
That show is very, 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 very good. It's really long, but like each also that was one of Jack Black's first like not like
Serious.
he was doing Tenacious D, but that was like one of his first appearances in media, I guess.
Oh, nice.
He's in one of the episodes.
I
like
love Jack Black.
I
by the
loved.
way.
Oh,
That's another guy I
Shout out
would
Jack
love to
Black.
meet one day. I feel like
he's
he's
so
just like,
dude. His TikTok is insane.
He should
I don't
play
follow
you.
him on TikTok actually.
What?
Yeah, I need to do that.
Have you seen the one he did the Five Nights at Freddy's thing?
N-
The Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's.
I feel like I have. I feel like I've seen it, but it's not ringing a bell. But I don't follow Jack Black. That's a fault on my part. I will
You'd be-
admit it,
He'd be good to play you in a biopic.
bro.
Yo.
Yeah,
Jack
any day
Black.
of the week,
Yeah.
dude. He could sing. He's just a
He's cool.
stud,
Awesome
dude.
person.
Yo, so I was gonna talk to you because I remember we had like a lot of like table conversations. You talked to me. I remember you said this crazy theory that made me like I was like tripping out when you were telling me this shit. It was like about like advanced civilizations and like how they would acquire power from like the sun and like all this like I don't even know what it was, but it was a crazy theory. You know what I'm talking about? Like It was like the one that's like they would like gather energy from the sun, and it was like just like talking about like advanced, like we would like if there were aliens
Yeah.
out there, we wouldn't be able to see them because of like
There's a
like a whole I don't
that's
even know.
There's
Dude.
like a lot to that, but there's a whole theory about aliens, like why don't we see them? And it's like because usually, if there was some advanced species, when you think about the timetable of the universe, when you think about how old of as a species we are relative to the age of the universe, which is like 12, 13 billion years, there's a lot of time for technological development. And when you think about how much we've developed technologically in 200 years, and you multiply that to the time scales of millions of years, what he was referring to is like likely aliens would have to start one thing about civilization that we seem to understand is that it like ramps up in its energy consumption. So eventually the energy of the earth isn't enough, and it gets into like other stuff, but basically you start harnessing the power of other things like the sun, and then eventually like maybe if it was super advanced like your galaxy, but that's kind of like absurd.
Yeah.
But the point is that the fact that we can't see any signs of aliens, which maybe if they were harnessing power from other suns, you would see like the dimming of the light around the sun or something. We don't see any signs of anything anywhere. Leads us to think that like there isn't a super advanced technological civilization, or if there is, it's hiding, which is like there's a lot to it. It's really interesting, but it's referred to as the Fermi paradox, and it's
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe they do exist, but we're not seeing them. Maybe it's because they're hiding from something really terrifying. So they're like, no, like, shh, like, don't. That's called the dark forest theory. I don't know if that's what you were referring to, but it's
Yeah,
like
no, it was.
Yeah.
How do you think the pyramids are built?
aliens.
Yeah. I think that's, because, like,
I will say about that, like, I think people sometimes underestimate. People like to think of our ancestors as these like barbaric like cavemen when they were barbaric in a lot of ways, but also like we're not too far off from them as far as like our brains are really similar to like 2,000 years ago.
I would say humans. I would say the pyramids were built by humans. I think we like exactly.
Yeah, I was kidding, obviously. But.
We underestimate like the.
I was-
Sorry.
I noticed that. I was like, you said, and
I was
I
like,
could tell
"Oh,
like she's like, no
man."
aliens, like for real. I mean, the truth of the matter is like we'll never really fucking know this
Yeah.
shit. But I do believe that like someone made like a good analogy back in the day when I was like talking to someone about this stuff, and it's like, you know, like even like nowadays, like, you know, like a doctor saved someone's lives, and a lot of people are like, oh, thank God, like God did this, and it's like, no, the doctor that went to school for X amount of time and did this
Yeah.
and studied this was the person that saved this person's life, and I feel like we kind of use that to not give credit sometimes to like civilizations that like we're also advanced, like these people like they're not like just like
Barbarians,
you know,
Yeah.
like just
They have
straight
a
up
pretty
like
good understanding of like engineering. And
yeah, I mean, and also like when that's all you have back in the day, I feel like you know like all they really had was like looking up into like, you know, because a lot of things was like, oh, like the pyramids are aligned with all this stuff, but it's like if you think about it, like all they had was like the sky and like their like villages and stuff, and like they would just spend time looking at the sky, and like I feel like at that point you'd be able to kind of like piece together some sort of, you know,
How did
plot
they
of
get them
land.
up there?
we're
Probably like
Those
hundreds of
heavy-ass-
thousands of like
They just had
slave
people
workers, like-
people like stacked up on each other's shoulders, and
Well,
then they
I
just
just like
people think about that's actually there's
like
a lot
that one
of
South Park episode. Sorry.
we're by the way, the Polar Boys are here to be really boring and dismantle all conspiracy
No, that's why
theories.
I'm here to just
Wow.
be like, no,
So-
Indians.
So like one way that you can think about how they would get like these big blocks and stuff, because we like to think of it like, oh, there's this big pyramid, how are you gonna lift it up? It's like, well, no, you can build a ramp that's so long, like a mile-long ramp, that the slope of it is like
That's
barely
true.
anything. So you can just have to carry it almost like laterally, just going like from a long distance. You know,
What's the ramp made out of?
honestly, probably like
Diamond.
wood.
Diamond.
Yeah.
Emeralds.
Emeralds.
Wait, Alex,
That's
you ever
wood.
seen Prometheus?
Prometheus.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I love the
It's
Alien
so
series.
into
Yeah.
There was all these smarter beings that fused with our people, and
Yeah.
then, like they left, and like we just got the end of the stick.
I like the lore of that movie. It's super interesting. Yeah.
I love because I'm a big fan of the Alien series as
Me
well.
too,
That
yeah.
was like when I was younger. I had like that was like my comfort movie. Like I was Sigourney Weaver for Halloween once, and I was
That's
like
awesome.
8.
Love that movie.
And at one point, the fucking siren was like my ringtone, which is scared people in public sometimes. Like, you know, the siren that plays like the
in the ship.
in the
Yeah.
ship, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they did the Prometheus shit, and what was the other one? It was Prometheus, and then They came out with like 2 other movies,
They
right?
did Alien, like.
No, Prometheus was the only like prequel to.
No, they had another one.
Well, it was called Alien
was-
Covenant.
No,
And
that's like pre like, that's like still connected with like the.
Because Prometheus would be technically the first.
Got you.
I don't know.
yeah,
Isn't there another one after Prometheus?
Alien Covenant. That's the one.
It is covered. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. I'm so sorry. I was like, no.
That one.
I was
that
like,
one
no,
was,
you're wrong.
That one was all over the place. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that
they
one,
Need
yeah,
they need to rein it in with this franchise. Like they. Need to,
What are your
uh,
thoughts on the new Avatar movie?
You know what? Okay, so like, it was I guess like
The new 5 actually.
The
to be
new
specific.
5, yeah.
The new.
when I was a
five.
little kid and I went to go see Avatar for the film, I was like, whoa, because at the time the CGI was so good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I was like, I saw it in 3D. Do you remember that time where
That
every
was
movie
like
was
one
coming
of,
out in
wasn't
3D?
that like
Yeah.
one of the like
it was like
first. I mean, not the one of the first in 3D, but like,
everything was in 3D. It was like,
yeah.
sorry.
No, I'm saying like I remember like when that came out. Like I mean, they were making movies in 3D, but that was like the big like.
the
Yeah.
3D movie.
And the
I
like
remember seeing
CGI
Spy Kids in
movie.
3D. That shit was
Oh
epic.
my god, I love that movie as a kid.
And like now when you watch it without the
I love it
3D,
now.
it's kind of just like the
So
game
bad.
the game over one because they played so much into the 3D, so it's like them like grabbing shit.
Yeah.
But then when we watch it normally, I'm like,
It's like, yeah, remember it would like come out of the screen.
yeah.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl too is like.
Oh yeah, dude.
Even you know what's funny? Even as a kid, I knew that movie was trash. I'm sorry. As a kid, I remember like
yeah,
I
but
went.
George Lopez, he carried that whole movie.
yeah. With Mr. Electricity, Electric, yeah. Wow, dude, that movie was so trash. What was that like that scene when like the weird kid is like, I demand you spell this kid as whatever. He's like this. You know what I'm talking about?
He's like, I did not take his dream journal or some shit like that. Yeah. I
I
didn't
love
make him
that movie,
expelled.
honestly.
yeah, like spelled him right. Yeah, it's like what? Oh fuck.
But Avatar, you know what? It's James Cameron. He must be doing this for a reason.
It's
Yeah.
taken him
What?
like 10+ years to do this
Yeah,
shit,
he's
so.
been planning this for a really long time. Unlike things like the new Star Wars trilogy, apparently he
Boo.
wrote. He wrote.
Boo.
Boo. We hate it here.
We love the Mandalorian though.
Yeah, Mandalorian was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we the fact that he wrote the whole thing out, like it's not just some arbitrary, oh, we're gonna make one and then make a sequel. No, it's a story. It's a
Yeah.
contained story that he had a plan for. Although apparently they're like, it's almost like anthology, like they're all separate, but still it is
Yeah.
related. And
And this
the
one's
fact
like
that
about water and shit, right?
this next one, yeah, what is it? The Way of
Some
Water.
Way of Water
Yeah,
or something like
that
that.
I think I'm excited. I'm gonna see what James Cameron has to offer. He's gonna be like, this
Yeah.
is the latest in it, everything, and that's exciting in itself. So I'll give it a chance for sure. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do you guys hate Star Wars? I mean, I get the last
Okay,
movie,
yeah,
the first
but
movie.
Which one?
Force
Oh,
Awakens?
The new
They're
trilogy.
talking about the new one.
Force
So-
Awakens.
Oh
Wait.
man, do we have how much time do we have?
We can go on for. So yeah,
We're good.
my thing is like Force Awakens was good. Like I mean, it was okay. Look, it was good enough if it built into something. But now that you have the 2 other movies, it just makes that one look a lot worse.
It had potential. It was just
Yeah.
so corny and cheesy. The writing was so bad.
I feel like it was very like fan
the character.
servicey.
Yeah.
Look at the Millennium Falcon.
They're like, oh
Look,
my god,
mm,
yeah, Rey and Kylo Ren. Oh my god,
I don't-
they're like in love or whatever. Some
Although
shit.
we him and I mean, all of us talk about this shit honestly, but like the thing that I loved about Force Awakens, which they didn't do anything with, was like Finn. It was like Finn was like
Yeah,
such
Oh,
a cool character.
And there was so
Yeah.
there were so many theories behind like Finn, like where like what.
Wait, what are you gonna go into? Like
Yeah.
it's you. I mean, you
I think that character. Yeah, I'm sorry, but like to interrupt you, but like
You're
yeah,
good.
him becoming like breaking out, being a stormtrooper, like
they could explore that a lot more.
yeah, how
Mm.
like how they did in fucking like Clone Wars. Oh, that show was so fucking good.
Yeah, that was like the most positive thing out of it. And then like, I mean, I don't even remember like
That's-
the
so-
Last Jedi.
It's like Rise of Skywalker and then the
Oh my
last.
God. Dude,
Jedi.
the Rise of Skywalker, I watched with all these guys. I remember like I think we were sitting next to each other, and I literally looked at you and I was like, bro, this movie is so bad. This
So
movie
bad.
is so bad. There's one thing before you guys can go on a rant. There's one thing I have to just add in. Oh my god, the one scene from that movie.
Chewbacca.
The Rise of Skywalker was like Chewbacca goes in the thing like as a he gets like he becomes like a I don't know, dude, I'm blanking out. He becomes
What?
he gets like
Prisoner?
a prisoner, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Send him in the ship. He goes away and it blows up. And they're like, "Oh my god, they killed Chewbacca." And they bring him back, and it's like the excuse, the plot armor that they use for this is like, he was in another ship. You just didn't see the ship, that the other ship that didn't blow up. And it was like, dude,
What?
are you serious? Like you're really gonna tell me you clearly see one ship on screen go away and blow up, and there was another ship. Even when they show the ships like parked next to each other, there was one ship the entire time. And you're telling me there was another one that just like he went on, and that was the one that didn't explode.
I hate
It was
when
the
movies
biggest
do that. I hate when
bullshit
movies
ever.
do that shit. They're like,
Hated
oh my
it.
god, like this crazy thing happened. Psych, he's still alive.
He's still alive. He has superpowers.
We could never kill Chewbacca. Yeah, no. But
Garbage.
Obi-Wan, I have high hopes for that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, same.
Dude.
We're excited
I'm
for what
excited.
we're talking
So
about.
fucking excited.
Mhm.
They cannot screw that up.
And then apparently Anakin's gonna be in the Ahsoka series too. He teased that.
No way.
Yeah, so he's
Oh,
gonna be doing a lot of shit. Love
Kristen.
Hayden Christensen.
what?
Hayden Christensen.
Oh my
yeah.
god, Rogue One. Okay, yeah.
Rogue One
I
was
remember when
great.
Rogue One came. I watched it in the theater 4 times. That sounds.
I
really
liked
bad.
Rogue
Rogue One
One.
has one of the best scenes ever in Star Wars, which is the Vader hallway
The
scene.
bad,
Yeah.
yeah. The
That
ending
scene is incredible.
I don't know if people hate Rogue One. I liked Rogue One.
I
I
think
like that too.
just to
Yeah.
finish off on I think the biggest issue with these new Star Wars movies is what we were talking about earlier. There was just no coherence, and like there wasn't a vision. It was like a movie made by J.J. Abrams,
Yeah.
and then Rian Johnson comes in. And he's like, I hate what you did, and I'm gonna ruin it. And then J.J. Abrams comes back and he's like, I hate what you did, I'm gonna ruin it.
And then they're also
none of the character arcs don't make any sense. The dialogue is like
really
questionable
bad.
at a lot of
Luke
times.
Skywalker.
But the biggest, I think you can be nitpicky with whatever you want. Ultimately, I don't even care about like, oh, you ruined Luke's character and everything. That's a creative decision that I can respect. Because the thing,
Yeah.
you know, what's interesting is like people are like, why did he act like that? Like kind of like all like quiet and
Yeah.
everything. But he's acting as an orphan
Or-
boy, like
orphan
boy.
who's like torn between like the fucking dark side and shit, and
He's
like
not right. He's not like.
he's not right in the head.
Yeah, he's had a tough childhood.
and he's kind of
a lot
like
of trauma.
and he was in this like since he was like a fucking kid.
And yeah, in this stoic order of like religious.
He's like, yeah, you
people
are gonna be a
almost.
Jedi. We're gonna train you. He's just like,
Yes, it makes sense that he
okay.
would act like that. You would be like a weird sort of guy if you were in
like
his
a little
situation.
emo boy. Yeah.
Honestly, so I think he did a pretty good job. Honestly, yeah.
And you know what? I like Jar Jar.
I'll disagree with you there.
Jar Jar's cool. Okay.
No, I mean,
Misa
I'll
liked Jar
respect to
Jar.
Jar Jar.
I actually
yeah.
loved him as a kid. I never understood why people hated him.
He's
until I grew
annoying
up.
as shit.
That's what I heard,
dude.
but I remember as a kid, like Chris and I, like my brother, like we really liked Jar Jar.
Have
He
you
was one
heard
of
the,
our favorites.
Have you heard the theory?
You look like a Jar Jar liker.
Have you heard the theory that he's a Sith Lord?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he is the
Yeah.
Sith Lord.
That would have been cooler than what they did in the Rise of Skywalker. Honestly.
Right.
Yeah, I've been sick. Honestly, I've been like,
Dude, imagine
okay.
if they brought back Jar Jar. That'd be insane. That'd
Instead
be
of
crazy.
I think
instead
the
of Palpatine.
fans would have popped off opening night if that happened. Like, holy fuck, it's Jar Jar.
It's so stupid.
That's such a lost opportunity. Damn, what if they could bring him back for Obi-Wan?
Hire us, guys. We have all the ideas.
Please. We're just gonna make a Jar Jar Binks series.
Yeah.
Bro, I could have made a better movie than Rise of Skywalker, bro. You could hire me as director. That movie would have come out better. I'm like, yo. First of all, Palpatine, don't bring that old motherfucker back, dude. That guy's dead. Like, leave him dead. Horrible, dude.
Very-
Palpatine.
And then they're just gonna kill off Han
Twisted.
Solo.
Oh yeah.
I kind of didn't mind that they did that, but I'm just like,
Like, bro.
Also, that movie was really bad, but I loved Childish Gambino as
As
The solo movie.
yeah, Solo.
as
Lando.
Lando.
Yeah, that movie was like, and I would, yeah, I was watching like something like a video, like a TikTok or whatever about how that movie flopped. That because they cast that dude, I don't even know his name as Han Solo, and they kind of like set him up for failure because like you know how they're doing now with like Luke Skywalker, they're just making him look younger,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like successful. It's like people were saying, why didn't they just do that for Han Solo instead of just like casting some nobody? Not saying he's a nobody. Sorry, guy, I don't know your name. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trashing you right now. And like put him as this like memorable role in a movie, and just like I don't know.
I think he did a pretty good job.
He did a good job. It was
yeah.
just like not that like memorable. He did a good job.
I think he worked with the script. Like I think ultimately sometimes people like to like criticize actors for things that are really like script related.
Yeah,
And I don't know. I
just
he
think
got
they
a lot
shouldn't
of
have
undue
made
criticism.
Yeah, I think they just shouldn't have even made them because I don't know. They're kind of just setting up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, guy, I don't know your name. But yeah,
Yes, that sucks. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Poor Hayden Christensen.
you know what's a crazy movie that I forgot like existed that I think came out the same time as Solo was the new Blade Runner movie. Did you guys see that one?
Amazing
Dude,
movie.
insanity.
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling in
incredible.
that movie, the new one, yeah,
Cinematography.
Yeah,
is
incredible.
crazy.
incredible.
It's a long movie, but like I'd gladly sit down and watch that whole fucking movie. It's so good. With where they took it, because the original Blade Runner is like, I like that movie, like that, and like Total Recall are like two of my favorite like weird sci-fi like 80s movies.
Oh, there's a name for that genre. What is it called? It's like
Or like yeah, like not like sci-fi, but like
I know what you're talking about. It's like a
weird like
yeah. There's a name for it. I can't remember. But yeah.
Like cyberpunk.
It's not a
like
is it
that and
cyberpunk?
like
It is
Terminator,
kinda
like those type of like dystopian 80s. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah. Denis Villeneuve is like, I mean, he's my favorite working director right now, and he did that
What else
movie.
did he do?
Dune was incredible. I
haven't seen Dune.
honestly,
I think I'm one of the only people that hasn't
you don't even.
seen
I haven't
it.
seen
I
it.
would
haven't
wait.
seen it
Okay.
either.
Yo, I would.
Okay.
We're in it
I would
together.
wait because there's gonna be a part 2. It's a 2-part thing. I would just wait and then watch it right before the next one comes out, and then watch
Yeah.
it. It's really good.
I
He did Arrival too, and he
Ooh,
did
yeah.
he did
Okay.
he was involved with Prisoners too, if you guys know that movie, which is
Gosling
Yeah.
and,
Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I love that movie.
that movie.
movie's
He
so
did that
good.
one too. So he did that and Blade Runner. I mean, this guy is like
Good track record.
incredible. Yeah.
You could tell like you could tell like who that he directed it, because it's all like the same vibe. Damn, what was
no, he's a really good director.
Yeah.
Dune? But yeah, I think the
Yeah.
concept for Dune is super fucking cool.
Yeah.
Long ass
really
book.
cool.
I wanted to read it, but I'm like, there's like a dictionary for like in the back of the book apparently for like the
It's-
language.
I read it earlier this year and it was like very. I will describe it as almost like impenetrable at times. Like it feels like so much.
This guy would
'cause they're
pull
just-
it out
they're
during a
just, like-
plane ride. Like
Yeah.
we'd be like sleeping, and this guy like the one guy on the plane with the light. It's like, dude, he's
Big
like
ass
reading Dune.
book.
It's like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's
for a
kind of
while,
I felt the
yeah.
same when I read it, and that's also a long ass book.
Yeah.
It took me like a year to read that shit. I would just like whip out like my big ass book and just be like, do.
It's a good book. It's hard to get into at the beginning, but once you get into it, like you get into the flow of it. I really liked it. But I love like great world building in fiction, and that's like a really good example of really,
Damn,
yeah.
what's everyone's favorite book?
think I've
I
only
know
read-
books are like boo books.
I don't believe people read books.
The-
That's my theory.
Because I used to read a lot of books, and I sit down. I'm like, how did I do that? How would I
Yeah.
read so many fucking
I don't believe
books?
it. I don't believe it. I don't.
It was time.
I think it's a hoax. I think it's a conspiracy theory.
conspiracy
people
books
just-
aren't real.
I
Birds
see
aren't
books
real.
all over the table, but I don't see anyone reading it.
don't see
I
anyone
don't think
reading
as
them.
a society we have the attention span anymore to read books.
I get that. I be buying books just to like have them.
Just be like, yeah,
It's
I
true,
was gonna
don't
read
be.
this book. It's a really cool book.
It's just cool. I'm just like, I just have it just to have it.
Shows the personality a little bit. Like, yeah, Fahrenheit 451.
Oh man.
Favorite books. So I don't know. I liked dude, I'm basic, bro. I like The Giver. I don't know.
Oh.
I love my high school reading. My
451.
sophomore high school reading.
Dude,
book.
I haven't read a book since high school. I'm not gonna lie. I like the series of unfortunate events books.
Those are sick. Did you watch the show that they came out with?
No, I
with
didn't.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh,
I
saw a
heard-
couple
it was pretty
episodes. It was
good.
pretty good.
I was
liked it.
when they cast him, I was kind of like
What?
Iffy
iffy about it. Yeah. Because
I-
the movie, I love the movie.
with Jim Carrey.
It's
Yeah, it's a
so
classic.
fucking good.
I think the last and only book I've ever read in its entirety was
Catcher.
Catcher in the Rye, and I actually fucking liked it a lot. It was really good. But
Isn't that the one, the book?
Kill John Lennon.
Kill
yeah,
John
yeah,
Lennon.
it's the book.
Kill John Lennon.
And then I ended up buying like maybe 20 other books, and now they're just sitting on my bookshelf, just collecting dust.
That's me. I just bought like a book on like Charles Manson. I'm like, I'm not gonna read this. I'm just gonna keep it
Like,
on the shelf.
2 pages and you're like, bro, I'll just look at a Spark Notes and shit.
Well, if you guys ever decide to read a book, I have a very good. I don't know if have you read Slaughterhouse-Five?
I haven't.
It's a very good book. It's really short. It's really fucking weird. It's by Kurt Vonnegut, and he's a really weird guy. But it's like about time travel and like World War II and like aliens and like
Holy shit!
and like depression and like addiction and like more aliens and
Ambitious
shit.
book. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the whole book is him like it doesn't go like time wise. It's like switching from like the past and the present and the future and shit. So it's really good. I highly recommend. Shout out Kurt Vonnegut. I'm sure he's still alive. I think. Shout out to him.
I was reading
Oh yeah.
Catch 22 right now. It's good. That's all I have to say. It's funny, and it's kind of similar. Apparently, I've heard that he was friends with Mr. Kurtz. Yeah, they were like close
Mr.
friends,
Kurt.
and they were. What's the name? The Catch-22's by Oh, I'm fake. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the author, but that's gonna be my recommendation because it's pretty funny so far.
So now back to some good old fashioned music Polar Boy talk. The new single. Let's talk about it. Bum, bum, bum.
Quite a
Wonders.
journey to get here, honestly. Yeah, this was like the most
Extensive.
extensive process for a single song. I don't think we realized how long it was going to take when we went into it, but we recorded it. It was a demo that we had, here written in Miami, and then we went to Boston to work on it. But we didn't have enough time to do vocals in Boston, so we ended up doing vocals back here, sending it back and forth. And then we did a bunch of like creative work for it in LA, like in Joshua Tree, like the middle of the deserts.
So that's where like the shoot was in.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sick.
So the music video.
Music video, yeah.
Music video is so.
Who made those suits?
Val.
Val.
Our graphic designer,
Yeah,
she's the bomb, man.
Val.
Bro,
Shout out
Val's
to
literally
So
like.
sick.
Without Val, we'd be like.
I'm jealous.
We'd be on the street.
Yeah. Val's head of creative and
Oh.
That's
everything.
insane. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna ask because I feel like, do you run your Instagram or do you have someone that like or like?
Yeah, we run it. So it's like a collaborative thing. We have like a group chat where like, so like so like just so you guys understand like how we kind of go about this. It's like, okay, so song era whatever. We like meet up with Val or like we hop on calls with Val, Schwai, whatever, all these people, and we're just like extensive like periods of time where we're just like discussing like every little like we have like a Pinterest board where we just kind of send a bunch of like visuals and like stuff that we like, and then we like kind of have like long talks where Val will kind of show us just a PowerPoint of like different types of images and
Like
stuff.
inspo, yeah.
Yeah. And then we kind of just like we kind of build on that, and then
like themes and
themes
yeah.
and like what we wanted to represent, and then from there like it just kind of like Val will like handle the graphics. We obviously take care of the music. Schwai kind of takes care of like just kind of putting those together, like a huge help in the music video. And then so like the whole like suits and the Joshua Tree thing that we were in an apartment with Val and like kind of just going, like going on Airbnb and looking up like weird ass houses in the middle of nowhere. And like I feel like this era is like very like this is my favorite era just because like it feels so like we put like we didn't want to come out with anything like cheap in our eyes. Like we
Yeah.
didn't want it to just half-ass it or like be like okay like, or we didn't want to like release something and then like months later be like, oh, we're not happy with that. So we took our time. We took like a lot of time. We've worked with a lot of cool people. We worked with the producer that did like Angles and freaking Come Down Machine
Yeah.
the Strokes, and we had a song with him, and we worked with like and then apart from that too, we like this song in particular was like the first song that we really like. We had his brother that was in Boston. He goes to Berkeley, so he's like learning all this shit.
Damn,
And we just
Berkeley.
Shout
and
out to Chris. He just graduated.
he's like
Proud
the
of him.
Congrats,
master.
Chris.
Oh yeah,
Chris is the producer.
Chris is
and
amazing.
mixer
Yeah,
for the band and drummer.
yeah, and he
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah.
so we just kind of like went to studios and we just like took our time. We like took our sweet ass time, like every little thing, like from the image, from like the graphics to like the art to like each track that was on the, like it was like just extensive period of time where we just kind of like we like, because before I think a lot of artists too, like at least at our level, it's kind of like you work with somebody and it's like I think one of the perks of working, like producing your own stuff, is like you can just sit on it for a long time. When you get produced by someone else or something, it's like you don't want to waste their time.
Yeah, you're
You don't
kind of
wanna
on a
take too long.
time constraint. Yeah.
Yeah, because they have other shit to do. So it's like, sometimes you feel like, damn, like listening to it, it's like, this is great, but I wish we could have, maybe fixed this, like raise this volume of this guitar a little bit in the verse or the
Some
bridge.
people,
And this,
they'll have like a contract, like, oh, you get 3 mixes, and then if you don't get it right on 3, then
yeah, you're
figure it out,
toast.
or pay
Wait,
or pay me
really?
more.
That's how that works.
100%.
Yeah, depends.
Oh,
It depends
shit.
on your relationship with them, but if it's in writing, then that's a lot of the time what they'll do, because otherwise you're just back and forth like.
Yeah,
forever.
so you
So
gotta-
much pressure. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. So like with this time, it was like very like just we had ourselves, and I feel like we've gotten to a point. Like I think after like working with a lot, I love all the producers we worked with. Everyone's been super great, and like I think we needed that to just kind of learn their tricks and learn like how working with different people, you learn like how to adapt and like how to like kind of come up with something spontaneously, or like or like little tricks of like how to manipulate sounds to do certain things. So like doing that and working with all these producers, like I feel like we finally got to a point where like, dude, we can do this shit ourselves. Like our demos were like, we would send demos out to like producers we wanted to work with, and a lot of the time we'd get like responses like, dude, these demos sound like they're
fine.
ready to go.
Pretty good,
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so we decided to just go to the studio. First time we actually like had like access to like a legit ass studio all by ourselves, and we were able to like fuck around with
just
every
like start
little-
pushing buttons and shit. I feel
And-
like that's so satisfying. Like when you're like, you could say like, we did this shit ourselves, and this is. Do you think that from now on you're gonna start doing shit like yourselves, or obviously like you would want to work with other people, but like.
Yeah, we definitely won't rule out working with.
I think it's like on a song by song, because like there's certain songs that we have that we want to put out, but it's like, dude, this producer would fucking kill this song. Like this dude Gordon Raphael that did Is This It and Room on Fire. We were in talks. Like we were basically gonna go to England and record an EP with them, but like this passport situation. So now he's gonna come to the United States eventually. We want to work with him to get. There's one song that we have. We're like, dude, this guy would kill this like raw like live sound kind of thing, and like stuff like that. Like so yeah. So it's based on the song, it really depends. But I think when it's like more like, I guess we just kind of know like with this song, it's called Blunders, and it's there's like strings and there's keys and guitars and drums and bass and all this shit, all these layers of stuff. Like I feel like that was more of like, I don't think anyone else would have gotten it other than us. I think we kind of knew where we wanted to take it, and that's what we did. And honestly, I feel super sad. This is like one of the first songs that I feel so satisfied with. Like, okay, like yeah, dude, this is what we wanted it to come out like, and it came out like that. So
if you have a demo and you're like, I love the guitar tone, I love the bass tone, I love the vocals, and then you're like, I want to find a producer to work on it. It's like, no, you have it.
Just keep it.
Yeah, and especially in this like this era of music where a lot of stuff does feel like bedroom stuff, like very like in-house
and organic.
Yeah, you should feel no shame, and like if you like it, just you don't have to like
you shouldn't
change it, because no one's gonna understand it as best as you do.
There's also like a certain personality thing I think with it too, where it's like you'll track you like maybe like quickly track something at home, and then it's like you like listen to it, and it's like you track it to what you like, and you're like, oh hell yeah, this is sick. But like I want to go to the studio and produce this out, and then you have a produced version of that out, and you're like, wait a second, like the demo version or like the tracks we did before had more like grit, like had more like personality. It was more like genuine. It was more like we were just there like.
That happens.
Like,
that's happened to us like a lot.
Most of the time, honestly.
Yeah, a lot
so
of the time.
we keep a lot of the stuff that we do in the demo over in the actual song, because we're just like, dude, like this sounds like before it was always like, we have this demo, everything sounds good, but like I want to take it to somewhere else. I want to produce it in a studio and make it sound like I want to get better tones, but like the tones are really good. So it's like, I don't know. I guess we learned to kind of just like the more you fuck up, or the more you kind of like put stuff out, you realize like what works and what doesn't work, and what sticks and what doesn't stick. And I think that's kind of like how we work now, Where does
the name tie into it?
Blunders?
Yeah.
So the song is
yeah.
So it's like so we were okay. So I guess I could talk about lyrics now. It doesn't really matter, but like we were like tracking the demo, and then like usually when we track demo, we just sing bullshit lyrics. Like it's kind of just like whatever. And then a lot of the time we'll sing a line, and it's like, whoa, that line's really cool. Let's like, and it kind of makes sense. So like he was in the booth, and we're just kind of bullshitting, and like the chorus line is, "I've been falling asleep with your girl. Asked me so I showed her the world." And it's basically about like this like person like like this person cheating on the person that's singing the song. Like, well, no, okay,
you're like, fuck, wait,
you bang someone's girl, bro. Basically, that's basically what it is. And it's like, and you basically like, yo, I
in
like
layman's terms,
yeah. So blunders means like mistakes, and it's like the whole song was like very like, it felt like very like real to like what a lot of people experience at our age, where it's just like, it's not about that, but that was like a chorus that was just written about like something like the person realizes like it was fucked up, and it's like that is like what the song represents. It's like, yo, like I'm young, I'm not really sure what the fuck I'm doing. Like I want to ride this high of like just just running through life, like kind of like figuring things out as I go, and like I'm falling asleep with your girl, man. Like, like, and that's kind of like, and that's kind of. Is
this a studio girl?
Yeah, it's like a studio girl kind of thing. But yeah, it's like that's. I mean, if you want to elaborate more on.
No, yeah, well said. I mean, like the song, because we had that line, and we just like so we it was gonna be kept. Like it was, we were like, oh, let's see what happens if you.
I pushed them to keep it because they were like, bro, I don't know, and I was like, dude. It's like controversial enough that people are like, what the fuck?
Spicy.
Like, yeah, it's like spicy. It's a little like.
Yeah, I mean, it's a. it's not, because in the context of it, it's not like this like bragging. It's like it's more about like the next line is like talking about making mistakes. So it's like it's sort of a song about something about like that recklessness of youth, where it's like you kind of fall in line and you do things that that are just like reckless and naive, and it's a song about that. It's a song about like growing up and thinking about,
it's real,
thinking about how sometimes like like feeling guilty about it at times. Like I think that's what but also like kind of but I'm still doing it. Like sometimes I still do those things.
Because I feel like a lot of songs are about like in the other person's perspective, like, oh my God, like my girl left me, I'm so sad. But like, what about the dude that she's leaving you for?
Yeah, that's the perspective of it. Yeah. It's just like this young dude who just fucking young dude.
Living
and when
life,
you're young, you do dumb shit.
Life,
You just like, you just fucking say stupid shit sometimes. You do stupid shit, and that's just like how life is. And it's like, I feel like that was like, I don't know, it felt like that we just sang it, and then that kind of was like, we should write about that, and we did. And then the music is very like reflective of that. Like the actual instrumentation is very like beautiful, but it's very like somber and sad, and like, but then it like picks up and it's very hype, and everything is like, it's in the flow of like what you would, I don't know, it's cool.
It's, I think a cool part about it too is like I was on a road trip with two of my like childhood best friends, and I was helping one of them move. He was moving super far. He was moving to Boise, Idaho. Shout out to Zach.
Shout out Zach. Shout out the potatoes.
Yeah, to the potatoes in Boise. And so he asked me, could you help me move? Could you go on this road trip from Miami to Boise? And at that same time, we were talking about like writing the lyrics. We had to finish. We didn't have that many lyrics, so it was like basically the majority of the song was kind of also informed by like talking about that recklessness of youth while I'm experiencing like this like closing of a chapter of a friend that I've had for a long time, and like and how they were a part of a lot of that. They were part of that youth, and then that I think was inspiring. It was like written on a road trip from Miami to Boise, so like seeing every pretty much like landmark you can see in the U.S. like that, which I think was like inspired it in a way and inspired the feeling of it. That sort of like nostalgic. It was a really happy trip, but ultimately, like obviously, it marks the end of something. But that also informed us in how the lyrics ended up coming out. So, yeah, it was cool.
Very exciting. And when does that come out?
June 1st.
June 1st. It's gonna be June.
And dude, in the music video, bro. This is like I think this is the most hype I've
excited.
ever had for
I love the music video.
We like, not only did we like basically become broke doing this shit, like we literally poured the most amount of finances we've ever done in anything into the music video. We like flown out to Joshua Tree. We had like crazy set, had a crew of people doing everything, and it was like
a really cool director and really cool DP.
Yeah, like the DP was like the guy knew what he was doing.
Very unique.
Yeah, and it's just like
definitely different.
Just just wait to see it. But it's I think that was like everything. I don't know. I'm just excited. I feel like this was like the first time like everything kind of like felt really like it was like we took our time, and it felt like we didn't rush anything for the first time. And I was like, okay, like it's coming out the way I wanted it to.
It's a balancing act for us. Like, you know, with a lot of bands at our level, or like you have such limited resources, and you have to work with them. It's like, how do we use these resources to try to like, and it's like you can only allocate so much to everything. So yeah, we definitely spent a lot. We spent a lot on the music video, honestly, like a big, we really like a good percentage of the account.
Did you just like go out into the desert and just film, or did you have to like, is that like allowed? Can you just go out and?
There was actually a movie that was getting filmed there or something.
Also, apparently, according to the guy that we ended up renting out like a vintage car for the music video, and the dude who was driving us around, super cool guy. His name is JD. Shout out to JD. He was telling us what those people do like in that area. They'll go into like the desert and just bring out shotguns and assault rifles and blow up like propane tanks. So there's not really anyone like.
What? I mean, they be doing that in like in fucking the Redlands sometimes. And shit,
it's full. The whole desert's full of glass and bullets.
It's like Redlands, but like 5.0.
Yeah. But like, I love the desert.
Dude, it was so sick. And then, there was like some film like they had like, I guess they had asked like the they got like rights to do it in that area. So I guess you kind of do, but no one's who's gonna stop you? You know? Like,
yeah, for the most part, I don't think anyone's really like mandating anything or just like looking over it.
Isn't that crazy? You need you need like permission to just. It's planet Earth, bro. Just film whatever you want. Damn.
Yeah.
Get permission from God or whoever's up
Amen.
there.
Facts,
Yeah.
bro. Facts.
Yeah.
So are we just like now just like focusing on music? Are we thinking
Got
about
a
shows?
Huge tour coming up that we're gonna announce. Like,
Fuck yeah.
it's a big boy tour.
Big boy tour.
Yeah, it's already confirmed. We're doing it.
Are we
Uh,
doing
should
it with anyone else or
Um,
it's okay. You don't have to
there's. I mean, I would say if like everyone was like 100% confirmed yet, but
Oh,
like we're
okay.
doing like we have like 3 openers for like 3 legs of the tour.
Okay.
It's a national tour, so we have like the
Hell
West Coast,
yeah.
whatever, and then we just actually got hit up. I'm not gonna say who. We got hit up from a very when you were showing us the old flyers. We got hit up by one of the bands to do we basically talked about it as like this show, like 'cause they hit us up and like we want to get like the heavy hitters in Miami to do this together, and right now we're just kind of figuring out how we're gonna do it because it's like in the middle of a tour, so we have to like
yeah.
fly I
Figure
think
out.
it's like we have to fly in, fly back, and continue the tour, but we want to do it, and it's like it's gonna be like if it happens where all of us are on it, it's gonna be like one of those like for the culture, you know, the
One
Miami
of those,
culture.
yeah, one of those like
One of those, but
one
like
of the-
modern
okay.
time kind of thing, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be sick.
Have we booked the person you're talking about?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
band you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bands.
Well, a couple. Yeah, bands.
Yeah. So we're just in the
Plural.
process of figuring that out, but
AJ.
if that goes through, which I hope it does, maybe like this is like obviously I don't know when this is gonna release, but you know that's gonna be like I'm excited because I think like what we haven't played a Miami show just because like I felt like
The last one was Space Park, right?
mhm.
Yeah.
I just want to like we wanted time to like just work on the stuff that we wanted to do because we kind of felt like we weren't really creating a lot of stuff at the rate that we wanted to, so that was a big thing. And also just because like you know like when we do stuff in Miami now, I wanted it to be like special. I wanted it to be like
Yeah.
bigger on a bigger scale. I don't want to like dilute it too much. I want it to be like we do it and it'd be like a special thing. And I feel like the longer you kind of hold that out, the longer it becomes more like
Makes you appreciate it more. Too.
yeah, you know.
It's more anticipated. I feel like everyone's like itching
Yeah.
to play in Miami.
I would hope so, yeah. But that's like, so yeah, that's hopefully that goes through because, dude, I have a bunch of those bands I've never played with. I mean, we played with, but we haven't played with them in like
Like a minute.
forever, dude.
Because they're all doing like their own. Like,
Yeah, everyone's like on their own kind of, and that's another thing too, which is kind of funny. Like now that like, you know, looking back on those flyers, like a lot of those bands that we played with before, everyone's kind of like so busy doing their own thing.
they're doing
or,
like tours and like doing all this shit.
tours and
Yeah.
like.
Now it's summer, so now it's like prime time.
Mm-hmm. And also with like smaller shows too, it's like I guess people feel like, oh, we can only book one of those because of like budget wise. So we
Yeah.
can't really book a lot of those bands together on the same line because like it might kill someone's budget or something. But like we like the culture needs
Yeah, we need.
like
yeah.
that Avengers assemble kind of fucking thing, dude. Like we need that. So like that's
The
kind of
local-
what
It's kind
the
of funny you were showing us those posters because I was like, kind of thinking about.
That
I was
is-
thinking about
yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah. So it's man. We'll see what happens with that. And then tour. Yeah, we're hitting so many cities that we haven't hit. Like almost every city. And then
It's like a North American tour. Yeah.
so like there's we're trying to get
Go to Brazil.
Come to
Yeah.
Brazil.
Come to Brazil.
well, London is the first show that we're basically working towards doing for the
Out of
first time.
state.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, so London, there's like a following. We have a pretty big following there, and also like I just feel like it's like, even though we should have probably done Canada first, but like I feel like London's just a little like I don't know, it's interesting. I've never been to London, so I was like, yes, London.
Yeah. I imagine Canada, like I think like South Park,
Mhm.
how they have like the shittily drawn like
Like the
people with
weird
the stick
half
people.
heads and shit. Yeah, but yeah,
Love
that's
you, Canada. Take it back.
Dude, Canada's beautiful. I love
Yeah.
Canada.
I would love to go to Canada. Hell yeah.
It's amazing. It's like America, but like cleaner, a little bit like.
I feel like so many cool people come
Europeanized.
from Canada,
Yeah.
except for Drake. Sorry if you guys like Drake.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Fellow Capricorn.
I didn't know Jim Carrey's from Canada. What the fuck?
Yep.
You're Capricorn.
Yes.
The
He's the
Canadians.
yeah.
Me too.
He's the,
Capricorn fist bump.
wait, what day are you?
The 31st of December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm on the cusp of Aquarius. So I'm January 18.
Oh, cool.
And then Jim Carrey's January 17. Shout out.
Oh shit.
I was
Look
also
it
I have the same birthday as Dave Bautista.
Oh hell yeah, that dude's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it the guy from?
Guardians.
Yeah.
Drax.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
But yeah, no, it's super exciting. And then from there, we're just gonna kind of see what happens.
Where the wind blows you. No.
I'm
where the
moving.
road takes.
I'm actually moving.
Oh yeah, to
2 days. 2 days I'm moving. I actually right now when I go home, it's like my room is like just boxed.
to New York, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Brooklyn.
New York.
Yeah, I'm going there. I got a sick opportunity to live
Hell
with some
yeah.
super cool people and just want to like I don't know. I love New York. I love Miami too, but I
Yeah.
do think like
I think that's yeah.
I've lived there for so long. I kind of just want to like
I feel like it's good to like just go and like live somewhere else, and then like if you do choose to come back, it's kind of like okay.
yeah,
yeah.
have a different perspective.
Yeah.
And also just like I don't know. I want to indulge myself in more like culture and just like
One of my tattoo artists just recently moved. We didn't move, but he's there for a couple months. Shout out Chris Caliber. I love you.
nice.
Miss you. Yeah, he's in New York like tattooing and shit. So if you ever
Sick.
want a tattoo, hit him up.
Dude,
brother.
I would it's if I had like an expendable budget, dude, I would be like I would be face tatted up right now, like
Yeah.
just like straight up like dude, I love tattoos. I love tattoos.
I love the SpongeBob one you have.
Bro.
That one's
Do you
sick.
have tattoos?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all the arm and leg and whatever. Yeah, the SpongeBob tattoo was shout out to Lua.
Shout out.
Yeah, I just like
Do any of the other boys have tattoos?
yeah, we all have
I got.
We
I
have
two.
we have a matching tattoo actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have our cult tattoo, the hibiscus
cult.
flower.
this
on
one here. Hold up. Pull it out. This one. But everyone has like a
Oh,
different
that's
Yeah.
spots. Yeah, we can see it. I'm just gonna
That was like our first little symbol, like that we used to use, like the
Yeah.
little hibiscus emoji on every post, and we had
Mhm.
like that was like our branding when we first started, and we told each other if we ever hit 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, we'll get matching tattoos of
Yeah,
the
and
the
that-
flower.
Not to be a dick, I only agreed to it because I didn't think we were gonna do it.
I
was
feel like
bro.
fuck. Now I gotta get
Yeah.
it. Damn.
These guys almost chickened out the day of. I remember that shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Well,
Say it.
Nick got the Nick. It was very. Let's just say it wasn't well planned.
Oh yeah, Nick just hit up some dude. We got it done.
Some rant. Was it
No,
in a
no
shop?
offense to
though?
him, but it wasn't a shop, but it was.
Was it in his house?
No, shop.
no,
shop.
it was
Oh,
in the
okay.
shop,
I'm like,
shop.
if it was in some dude's living room, I'm like,
Bruh.
some dude's uncle, bro. Someone's deal.
You know what, bro? I gave the guy time, and I was like very like everyone was kind of like, oh, the size and blah blah, and I was like, bro, do whatever you do, and that's why I think mine came out a little bit better, bro. Because the guy was just like, I
Damn,
got you, homie,
shit.
and then for you guys, he was like, "Pfft, all right, you want that small, bro? I
No,
got you.
I did mine big too. I think mine's is probably the biggest one.
Damn, talk your shit.
It sounds like a pissing contest. Yo, I got the
Right?
biggest.
Shut your mouth, bro.
All right, but if you tell a tattoo, like I was like, oh, I want this size, and he's like, oh, I think it should be way bigger, and I was just like,
That's every tattoo artist though. But then I'm like, okay.
well, I was just like, honestly, I'm good. I was like, I'm good with, you know, I know what I want. Like I already thought about it,
Because there was
and
like,
then he was
oh,
pushy
yeah.
about it.
Yo, you
like,
wanted
really
Alex
was.
wanted a tattoo like this big, bro.
No, I didn't.
Take it
no.
a
Because
flower,
they're like,
but I
oh,
wanted
over
this big.
time it's gonna yeah.
You know,
You're like you.
It's not. It's like almost the same size as your guys. I can show you. Like,
No, there's no
I'll
way,
take
dude.
it.
This
Show
one
Takes
us.
off
one's
shirt.
definitely
Take it
bigger.
off. Take it off.
Where is it?
This is for the
are
Backroom
you?
Patreon.
This is okay. Give us a second, guys. Oh, it's actually, taking this off made me realize how hot it is. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's about the same size.
that's a
Like,
tender spot.
it was. You know what? I thought it was gonna hurt more. It didn't hurt that much, honestly. I was surprised. Yeah.
dude,
Okay,
I wish I had
Yeah.
a shirt
It's line
underneath this
work.
shit. It's just hot in here, dude.
Yeah.
Sweating.
Oh, you're
man.
just wearing the sweater?
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, same. I don't.
I
wanna
just
wear-
That's
committed.
bold. That's bold to just wear the sweater. That's a commitment.
I didn't want to see
In
like
this
the
heat?
like a white shirt underneath this. You know, I wanted to be like
Just like,
committed to it, dude.
I felt that. I'm literally doing the same shit. I'm sweating under here, dude.
Mm.
where'd you get that from? That's
Dude,
sick.
you're never gonna believe it, Macy's, man.
What?
And I never shop there. I only
I feel
went
like
because
no one shops there.
I don't either. I mean,
That's
technically
so
I do because I
solid,
went
dude.
once, but my stepdad gave me a
Macy's
gift card, yeah, for
that's
Christmas, and I was
always
like,
how it is,
and I was
yeah.
like, fuck it, I'll go, and I found this shit. It's really
I
nice.
actually, he came to pick me up in his car.
That's the
and
first
I,
time I've seen
yeah,
that.
you were like,
and
what
I
the
went-
fuck?
I went out
Was
and
that
like
today you got that?
I went out in a
What?
different
Today?
fit from this,
Yeah.
and
Is
then
that today?
I saw how he was dressed,
Last time I got.
and I was like, what? okay, and I had to go back inside
like,
and
well,
change.
fuck.
Yeah, I had to go back. I'm like, no, you look.
I did
can't.
text these guys. I was like, the last message I sent was like,
Dressed
yo,
up.
by the way, guys, dress dope. But yeah, so
And I kind of feel outshine. I'm like, I wore these same pants the last podcast. I didn't even realize. Before anyone notices, I know I'm wearing the same fucking pants.
you're
I
gonna
get
be like the
it.
cartoon character.
Okay, yeah, I get that a lot. I mean, I don't wear the same shit all the time, but like I have like when I like at my job, like I'm not gonna be wearing my cute shit when I'm spilling beer over myself. So I wear these boots. Oh shit, these boots, shorts, and a plain top or a t-shirt. And everyone's like, all like my regulars like, oh, you wore that already. I'm like, no, it's just an iteration of each outfit, or like this. So every podcast, I'm gonna wear like a different iteration of this outfit. So
The
I feel
pants
like-
look really. They're cool and they look really comfy. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank
Looks like you're about to
you.
go to Nam.
Dude, yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
shipped out to Rack soon in the steel toes. Hell yeah. I actually thrifted these.
Oh, cool.
Oh hell
These
yeah.
are like actual military boots.
Oh, sick.
Hell
You're
yeah.
ready for anything.
I'm ready for anything. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Any shout outs? We want to shout anyone out?
I want to shout out Backroom. We were talking about we were literally talking about before the podcast. Our first ever show was a Backroom session show, and it was also one of their first ever shows. It was their third ever, it was basically their first show ever.
Yeah.
It was their third, but it was basically their first. And it just goes to show like how giving an artist an opportunity like that, like putting it out there, like we've been able to like grow from there, and like that's something that we always think about. We talk about it every once in a while, like
Yeah.
it's like super invaluable, and we always appreciate it. So we're always gonna
Yeah, the first
we're
show was
always
like
keep it in mind.
crazy, bro. I remember like it was like a packed room, and I was like, that was like really what like kick-started. I mean, our first two shows were Backroom shows, and those are the first two things that like kick-started are like this band, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else would have been like, you guys can play. We had never played a show. And like,
Yeah. No.
So
Like,
it was
just go play music. Go.
yeah, you
Go
guys believed in
crazy.
us. So it was honestly
Also, it's been
It's
cool to
crazy.
see the brand grow too. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah. We have a
like-
fucking podcast now, and they let me host it. Who the fuck would let me host a podcast? Thank you guys. But like, yeah, like I started like I worked the fair, this recent fair, and I'm like, hey, I should like interview like the band. So like, oh yeah, fuck it, like just go and do it. And I did, and I was never really like would talk to people. So I'm like, okay, fuck. So then, and now I'm here. So I'm like, shout out Backroom Sessions.
That's a dope ass gig though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, because I was talking. Me and Louis had this idea a year ago. I was gonna do this like on my own. I'm like, yo, I want to do a podcast. Like, I want to interview artists and just talk about dumb shit. Because like I feel like a lot of people like, yeah, we talk about the music stuff, but like I want to hear artists talk about random shit, like how we're talking about like Star Wars or aliens and shit.
Aliens.
And then Backroom's like, hey, let's just do a podcast. And I'm like, hell yeah. And now I'm here. So love you guys.
Setup is like I think the most legit kind
it's
of
perfect.
setup we've ever
Yeah,
done
super
before.
cozy.
An interview podcast thing. So yeah,
And-
shout out to Backroom. We definitely off camera talk. We talked about like we definitely want to do some sort of like event with you guys again, just like on some
We're
collab
committing on
thing.
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah, we're committed.
Yeah.
This is, like,
This is
on
on
record
video.
now.
This is on
This is-
record.
Rudy,
Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
But
Boss Mason. And also shout out Louis. Shout out Louis the King. He's believed in me and he's helped me get here to where I am. And
Louis.
kind of just threw me into
shout
the
out
wolves.
to the Lou. Shout out to AJ, our first.
And
our
shout
first,
out AJ
our
for
first
bringing me the
show
Red Bull.
photographer.
First person to ever take pictures for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, that was crazy. That's dude. It feels like a long time ago, but it doesn't feel like that long.
Yeah.
It's over
Those
5
like the
years
first
ago.
legit photos we had.
It's really hot in here.
Yeah.
That was like my first professional, like, actual venturing into like the professional, like photography and stuff like that. It was you guys. So
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to
yeah.
AJ.
I almost found out, like, not professionally, but I almost went to this like battle of the bands, and it was the Eskimos.
Oh, throwback.
Way back.
Wait, for Varela?
Varela.
Actually, last year, because my friends, it was
Jesus.
Varela. It was the other school that you were going to.
Varela?
Was it Varela?
I went to
Yeah.
Varela and they went
Okay,
to
so it
Terra.
was Varela.
By the way, I don't know if we can hear what he's saying. Do you guys have like an overhead or anything? Or?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I can hear with my mic, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I almost made that connection. It's like I almost saw pre-Polar Boys.
That'd been crazy.
Holy shit.
We were doing like
See
Blink
that.
covers and some 41. shit.
Oh,
Teenage
man.
Dirtbag too.
Yeah, Teenage
I'm just
Dirtbag.
a-
Classic.
That's crazy.
It's funny because One Direction also would cover that.
That's
song.
why we did it.
Yeah.
We did it because of 5 Sing the Summer and One Direction. We're like, bro, we gotta do that
gotta
shit.
do
That's what's popping right now, man. We gotta do that.
Do you guys remember the cabin party? I have
Yeah.
a picture.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
have a picture of you, Damien, and Avery in my room.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just
No way.
Like
Really?
it's in my phone, my old phone, but I still have it in my Dropbox.
I think it would have been me actually.
It's all 3 of you.
Like this, right? We're like
You?
arms crossed. I think it was
Oh,
me.
yeah,
I had
I don't
like,
think
all
I don't
of
think I
you
went to that.
Sleeping on the couch in the cabin after that music video.
nothing's
Oh,
changed,
yeah.
which was also in this building too.
Yeah, Nothing's Changed was shot in this video and
And
in
the
the
cabin.
cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but there was a party where all of you decided to go in my room. We can't say why, but it was all 3 of you, and we took a picture, and it's just like all of you doing like this, and it's hilarious. Like very like 4 years, 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. It was really.
If you have that, I'd love to see that picture.
I'll
I don't
send
know.
it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sick.
I remember that. That was,
R.I.P.
I
the
don't-
cabin. For real.
Wait, what? Yeah, what happened to that place? What happened?
Our landlord did not want to lease the house after the 4th year.
Why?
Boo.
I guess we were paying very cheap, and I guess he figured out that the area was.
I mean, it's also right in front of Marlins Park. Like, come on.
Yeah, that
I
makes
think
sense.
now it isn't like a family.
Bro, that was like the coolest house.
Yeah.
A
here,
nice
dude.
wholesome family probably lives there now. And all the debauchery that went on in there.
We were paying $2,100 for the house.
Nothing. It's nothing.
Nothing. I think he raised it to like 3,000.
Oof.
But
That
I
was
mean,
a sick house.
that makes
It was.
sense though. But yeah.
A lot of shows there.
Yeah.
Sure.
We went to the Remy's EP release thing there too. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of like you guys showed up, Cannibals, Remy's. We had bonfires there. A lot of people showed up. Hometown Losers.
Hometown, yeah.
Everybody showed up in the house. It's crazy.
It's iconic, dude. If there's ever like a Miami biopic, that house would definitely have to be. You guys would have to pay to like buy that house out.
Yeah, we'd be like, hey, we gotta come in here and take some footage because yeah, you guys shot your music video there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
outro scene for the music video. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You guys were tired because I remember I took like a shot on my like little film cam, and then all you just like passed.
That was like
We were
early in the
slumped.
morning. I remember that. Yeah. And we came here. It's crazy.
I think we had shot like multiple days in a row. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was 2 days. The first one was cabin here, and the second day was at that school in Broward. We had like
That's
the little
right.
thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait, Alex, I was gonna ask you something. Was that your first show you've ever played in the Backroom one?
Yeah. Yeah, that was my first show.
What a
Backroom was my first show. First time I'd ever gone on like stage.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
you've come such a long way, bro. Weren't you like super scared?
Yeah, my legs were shaking.
Yeah, we
And
had
I-
this boy singing
and
"That's What I Like" by
Yeah,
Bruno
you
Mars.
know what it is? You know what it is to make
What?
someone on their first show ever get up on stage and
Yo,
sing
it's
"That's
crazy,
What I
bro.
Like."
Bro.
Yeah.
The Hawaiian
That's
shit.
it.
To sing just about the hardest song you can possibly ask someone to sing, and I'm like, yeah, just get up on stage and do it. So
Dude, I actually miss having short hair. My hair is like so long.
I
now.
Damn,
can't,
we
I was gonna
should've-
get up.
Would
Can't
you
really
have
see
been
it,
down
but-
if we would buzz your hair on podcast?
You could buzz my hair.
Probably him. 'Cause
Damn,
he's
that would have
Yeah.
been so funny.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I would not let you. I don't care what he says. I
I
wouldn't let
buzzed
you
my
buzz
hair
his
for the first time like 2 months ago, 3 months
Oh,
ago.
sorry.
I'm willing to pay for somebody's tattoo.
For what?
What?
I'm willing to pay for a tattoo. Like,
Yo, we gotta
tattoo.
get Dan. We
I'll
gotta
find
get
you
Dan
guys.
here to tattoo on the
To get a tattoo on the
podcast.
I'd get a tattoo on the podcast.
I'll get you.
Shout out Dan Thrax on
Bro, you
Dan
can
Thrax
tattoo whatever the
on
hell you
Instagram.
want on me.
Anything?
You can tattoo anything, bro.
Anything.
Don't just
That's-
say anything. and then
that's
you're
Have
gonna
you
get
seen
it.
that? Have you seen that video of like the English guy where he like reveals his tattoo? And he's like this dude like bending over and his like butthole is like the belly button, and the guy's like, oh.
That's like that show that they had of like the bad that like the couples would give each other like bad
Yeah.
tattoos and shit. Fuck. Write that down. We gotta do that.
But yeah, we should talk to Dan actually. Dan's a really good artist.
Yeah,
Or,
my friend Dan,
Chris, either Chris.
he did this one. He did this traditional. He did this.
Oh, Danny. Yeah, I remember he offered me a free tattoo when he was interning, but I don't think he's interning anymore.
No,
right?
he's been for a couple months like actually tattooing.
Ooh,
He also
dude.
did this one on me. He did like a lot of American traditional.
Dude, that's
He
so
did Courage the
awesome.
Cowardly Dog on me.
Oh,
my-
dude, that one's sick.
Yeah, he,
Yeah.
That one's so
he's
sick.
come
That
a
one's
long way,
awesome,
man.
yeah.
He's really fucking good.
Yeah, big shout out if you are interested in American traditional tattoos at Dan Thrax Tattoo on Instagram and Twitter. He's a king and he's located in Florida City. I know it's a little down south, but it's worth it. So yeah, shout out him. He's the bestie.
I got to shout out Val. So we talked about her like a million times.
Yes.
But her at Lil Lil V Party Pardi on Instagram. Shout out.
That's our
Shout
team.
out.
That's our
Chris.
Oh yeah.
Chris Baccarizo.
These are
Julian
such
on
cool
strings.
names. What the heck? Damn.
Schwai at what is it like under
I think it's like
I don't know.
underscore Schwai or something like that.
Schwai. Yes.
He comments on everything, so he's
Just
always
look in the Polar Boy comments. Yeah.
What about Julian?
His comments are so funny. He's like,
Our
bro,
Julian guy?
release this.
super. What's his
It's like,
Instagram
dude, you
at?
know
It's
we're
like
releasing
super-
this.
Super,
Like,
Julian is super Monzy.
Super Monzy. I was about to say
Yeah.
Super Monkey, so Super Monzy. Yeah,
Julian's super sick. He's the guy that's helped us with like,
arrange the strings.
he's like video game arranging.
He studies like classical,
Mhm.
like composing and arranging, and also video game composition.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
So any other little shouts before we wrap this up?
Shout out to McLovin from Superbad. And
Shout out. Damn, what's his real name?
Wow.
sticker of
Fogel.
of the license.
Yeah, I don't know his real name. Shit.
Shout out. Okay, so there's Jonah Hill and Michael Cera. Sorry about that guy, but I don't know his name.
Sorry to that guy, but
He's in what's that movie? The Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass? Yeah, he's,
oh
uh,
yeah,
the
he's
bad guy.
yeah. Fuck. Another Nicolas Cage banger. I love him.
Yeah.
I love you, Nicolas Cage. I love you. Gotta say that. Shout out Nicolas Cage.
There's a Nicolas Cage movie that traumatized me as a kid. It was called Knowing. Someone. There's always at least one person in the room.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that movie like.
Wait, you talk about like at the end where like the kids are like on a planet?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that
so
movie,
it
yeah.
just blows up. At the
Bro
end.
writes all the numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like and there's a scene of like the person scratching the door,
Yeah.
like with the like nails bleeding. I don't
This is
know.
a scene where they all like hug each other and just like everything explodes.
Yeah, yeah, just that
Holy
one.
shit.
In fact, that's the biggest spoiler you can give. That's the end of the movie.
Dude,
But
sorry.
That's
man.
it. Well,
in case everyone out here who wanted to watch Knowing,
everyone
I mean,
dies.
It tells you in the beginning, like, because the numbers, like, she writes down every disaster, and it's like 9/11's on there, and she wrote this in the 50s. So, and then at the end of it is like 2012. No.
it ends on a date which is like supposed to be.
I think 2012. Yeah, right.
I think as a kid I was just like terrified by the idea of the apocalypse, and I thought it was gonna be a way bigger deal, like something I would have to deal with eventually. Like as a kid, I'm like, oh, eventually like
Like,
2012 is gonna happen, and I don't have to worry about like the zombies and the earthquakes. And you know what? I don't think it's gonna happen
The
anymore.
tsunamis.
Yeah. I think we're gonna be fine.
Dude,
Well, on that positive note, this has been Back Talk by Backroom Sessions. The world is ending,
20.
Slowly.
so why not?
22.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep bringing you podcasts until the world ends, until Florida's underwater. So yeah, Blunders,
Shout out
June
to
1st.
Blunders.
Stream that shit. Music video. It's gonna be sick. At the Polar Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niños Polares. Ya tú
Thank you
sabes.
guys.
But yeah,
Thank you.
we've been Backroom Sessions. Thanks guys for being on. And
Thank you,
yeah,
Thank
everybody.
you guys. Thank
Thanks
you.
for listening, everyone, and thank you guys.
Deuces.
Woo.